We welcome you live to the season number 5 NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series race in Talladega. The chase continues, race number 3 of the chase, and of course, it's from one of the most feared racetracks on Earth, and especially in NASCAR, the Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama. And it's been one hell of a week so far here at Talladega between Grand National last night and, of course, the Truck Series on Tuesday. We've had some insane action so far this week, and we're ready to continue it here in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series for race number 21 of this season. The chase grid is absolutely insane and so close heading here to Talladega tonight, and we cannot wait to find out what happens today from the Talladega Superspeedway. It should certainly be interesting and fun. First ever race with the Gen 4 car here at Talladega. Of course, we already had 2 Daytona races, the Daytona 500 and the regular season finale, those being the 2. But of course, never a Gen 4 race here at Talladega until now. So it should certainly be interesting. Also, the cars have a 10% horsepower increase. They're up to 110% instead of the usual 100%. So that should allow some more better racing, I would say, here in Talladega. We've seen in the past at super speedways with this Gen 4 car. All right, so of course we're going to start off as usual with a half-hour warm-up session. 1 lap of qualifying per super speedway, single car qualifying, that is. And then, of course, the race tonight, 95 laps, the halfway break at the end of lap 47. Stage points, of course, awarded to the top 10. We're going to be going over your chase grid once we get on the track here as well at Talladega Superspeedway. We're going to have Eli Franklin and Landon Johnson here in the booth as in-race reporters from the Talladega Superspeedway tonight once again. We're looking forward to this one. It's one of the most anticipated Cup Series races of the year. I guess in a way it's a crown jewel as well. I know it's not like a Southern 500, a Coke 600, or a Daytona 500, but still, it is a crown jewel in its own way. Everyone wants to win here at Talladega. All right, so cars just about to be on track. Start off with our warm-up session. Alrighty. Well, it's time to go racing from the Talladega Superspeedway. We are back in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series. Of course, last week in Chicago, and Payson Lindsay went to victory lane for the first time second time in his career. All right. Cars are just about to pull on track for your warm-up session in Talladega. Here we go. Welcome live to the Talladega Superspeedway. It's NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series action live from Talladega. 32 Kylan Wilson immediately spins off of pit road. Eli, I don't know if you know this, but your paint scheme isn't exactly the one that we thought it was going to be.
Really? Let me check.
It's not FedEx, that's for sure.
Okay, well, I see that. Let me fix that.
All right. Well, anyways, 25 minutes still left to go. Just getting started here in today's warm-up session from Talladega Superspeedway. We've seen a lot of cars join late in the session so far this week. We only had like 18 cars until like 10 minutes to go last night, Grand National, and then we got, of course, 35. So there will be stuff like that going on. But how will tonight go? Here goes Kylan Wilson, maybe the first one to officially pull on track. Of course, as it is kind of known, the Cup Series Gen 4 cars actually do have a different body style at super speedways than they do at every other racetrack. Of course, this is a more compact, boxy-looking car for Kylan Wilson. Obviously, the Gen 4 Super Speedway package, and then today with 10 extra horsepower. Here goes Wilson down the backstretch. All right, Landon Johnson, Eli Franklin. It's Talladega. Anyone could basically win here. You just got to put yourself in the right position at the right time. Hope you have some luck and some helpers and pushers at the end of these races. What could we possibly expect to see here at Talladega tonight?
We can expect a lot. It's obviously a speedway, but the extra horsepower helps out. Maybe more pushes, more runs. If it was the next gen car, it'd be just a stale double file. But you can go three wide in these, like we saw last night. Tires, I think, with the extra horsepower matter. At some point, you can't just go the whole race without taking tires. But I feel like you go a long time without tires. But at some point, you probably will need tires if not up front, just because of the speed entering the corners. If you try to stay on the bottom, your tires won't let you do that, and that can end up in a wreck. So I think tires will at some point be a thing. But I think tonight could be a good one as long as we don't wreck early on.
Yeah, hopefully it is a solid race here at Talladega Superspeedway. These 95 laps to come for the season number 5 race. This race has had some underdog winners in the past. For season 1 and season 2, had some 2 first-time winners. Matthew White won season 3, Braden Hunsicker won season 4, so obviously not really too different there. As they head down the front straightaway. Here in practice, first 2-car tandem as you're kind of looking at. Their top speeds are going to hit these 2 cars. Draft is 186 miles an hour for now. Of course, chase drivers, as always, are going to be identified by the C next to their name, and of course their yellow, or, yeah, okay, yellow, purple background on their number. Like they always have at the chase. All right, anyways, let's look, speaking about the chase, let's look at your chase standings entering here tonight from Talladega. Sean, obviously with Cameron Chandler, his marriage to Cole Wilson last week, there was a lot of changes in the chase, him missing the race. He drops to 5th in points, and look at the battle we have now. Sean Rowe now over Bryce Benton by just 2 points. Matthew White is currently sitting P3 in the standings. He's only 3 points behind him. So is Braden Hunsicker, his teammate, just -3. You see Cameron Chandler's down -7 now. Payson Lindsay got a huge win, his first win in over a year and a half last week in Chicagoland. He is now 6th in points, -12. Aiden Donahue, 7th in points. He's down -20. He's still got some work to do, but still 5 races left to go this season. Super Speedway tonight, you got 2.5 miles at Kansas and Las Vegas, and 2 shorter ovals, North Wilkes-Barre next week, and then we also go to New Hampshire. So it should be very fun and interesting to see how the rest of this season plays out. Who's going to win the championship? We do not know yet. It is wide open currently. Here comes Cameron Chandler. Actually got the Kyle Busch 8 font. That's pretty cool. Obviously, we continue to honor and remember Rowdy, the great Kyle Busch. Every race we're going to do. Teammates there, Matthew White back in his pink Monster Energy car, usually kind of runs this at all super speedways. And there's the 77 of Braden Hunsicker, still race 21 of the season, looking for that first one of the year. He won this race, of course, last season. Oh, and around goes Cameron Chandler down the front straightaway. We're coming close on a full season since Braden Hunsicker, your defending series champion, last won a race. It was Dover in season 4. Here's Ashton Miller. He has not had a great chase so far. Let's look at something real quick. Let's actually look at, of course, your chase standings once again, and I would take a look at Ashton Miller down 8th in the standings, -44 to your leader. It's going to take a lot now for Ashton Miller to be able to win the title. We'll see what he can do. Car is pulling back on the racetrack. You got your first real group. 20 minutes to go left in the warm-up session. There's Miller getting pushed to the outside by Braden Hunsicker in the 77. So first little pack here. Oh, you see Cameron Chandler go to the outside. So I'm very interested to see the kind of racing we get here with this Gen 4 at Talladega. So far, top 4 cars back clear. Alrighty. Anyways, they roll here down the backstretch at Talladega Super Speedway. Still very early on in this warm-up session. I've said we had a lot of late entries last night. We only had what? By the time we were 20 minutes to go, we only had 17 with 20 minutes to go. We have 18 so far now, and we got 35 in that race last night. So. Hunziker, of course, like I said, won the race here last season at Talladega. Did it in thrilling fashion. There was a massive crash on the final lap in a 1 and 2. It collected so many championship contenders, Cameron Chandler, Matthew White, Dylan Banks was also involved. Dylan should actually be racing here tonight at Talladega. Not exactly sure who the 3 car is. Let's take a look if I can. Brent Piper? Yeah, Brent Piper is supposed to run the 18. I don't know why he's in the 3, but okay. Got Dale Earnhardt right there. Oh, yeah, that's a bad push there. You got to be careful of doing that. Matthew White got Cameron Chandler completely sideways, heading back in the trial.
I guess trade paints is broken. Unless it's working for you, but it ain't working for me. Yeah, I put a paint on it. It's not working.
Yeah, I don't know. Trading paints is. Oh, yeah, wait. Actually, Eli, you got to put it on the Super Speedway version.
What do you mean?
You got to put. There's 2 different versions of the Gen 4. You got to put it on the Super Speedway version. You probably have it on the normal version.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there is nothing. I thought that meant street stock for some reason.
Street stock. What?
Street stock?
I saw the
Gen 4 street stock.
Coming in 2026.
Here goes Cheery in the 2024 Team Chevy Motor Club. Aiden Donahue's not here yet. Hopefully he'll be here eventually. He cannot afford to miss a race. Minus 20 now to the championship entering. Here goes Sean R., your new Cup Series points leader. First time he's led any sort of points all season long, and this time it's in the chase with just 5 races left to go this season. With being so close heading to Talladega, I cannot imagine the shakeup we're going to have after this race in the chase.
Okay, we're getting done by Matthew White.
Oh no. Oh my God, we have multiple cars upside down on the front stretch. Alrighty.
Right, now let's see if it finally works.
Saint Ramon getting absolutely rammed. I gotta reload your thing.
There, yeah, it worked. Okay.
Alright, reload my own trading paints now. Alright, anyways, guys, how important do you think teamwork is going to be here at Talladega to get in line with your teammates and get a good draft going?
Well, basically, like every other super speedway, it's going to be pretty important. Like, you got other guys that's going to be working with their teammates almost the whole race until the very end. And maybe even have a teammate push them to the win. But sometimes it's just hard to get connected to teammates, so you just got to find a friend out there.
Yeah, it should.
I think it's going to be very important tonight, especially pit road, because you don't want to go down by yourself in 2 cars, and you really don't want to be spread apart going off the pit road if we do have green flag pit stops. Because there's 2 opportunities. Last time we had 1 opportunity, but we got cautioned, so it didn't happen. Tonight we have 2 opportunities for before opening part and after stage 1. So I think we'll at least get 1. But it's going to be very important to communicate, to get to the whole teammates, get to the bottom where you be able to execute your pit stops and be able to gain as much time as possible.
Remember, stage points also going to be on the line here. That is very important for your chase drivers. Top 10, of course, awarded stage points at the end of this, into lap 47, that is. So, could be crucial here at Talladega. Not want to miss out opportunity here. It's Bryce Benson heading down the back straightaway. There is the, that's actually Eli now with an M&M's car. You're running the, by the way, you're running the exact same paint scheme as Braden Pfeiffer is. We just reloaded trading paints. Both of you guys showed up in the same car. So
That's all right. You can tell the difference.
That won't get confusing at all.
Good job, Eli.
That's all right. That means double a chance that Eminem's car gets in victory lane. Maybe more than a half. I'll probably have a 0.5%.
0.5% chance. But come on now.
Big block to the outside. There goes Pfeiffer.
Oh, they're gonna wreck.
Oh,
there
yeah, they
go.
are.
You can't push too hard in this car. It's gonna pick up the rear tires and it's gonna spin you out.
Oh my lord. Oh god.
Might as well join them.
That's the difference
Oh.
between
Oh my god.
last night, the trucks, and tonight.
I'm on fire!
We have a wheel flying in the air right there, man. Bit of a wreck.
And these are the only cars that'll probably do that. Let tires fly.
That's the fun
Not
thing
okay,
about
guys.
these Gen 4s. Here's Connor Havrilla. Man, Connor Havrilla is running the most beautiful paint scheme I think I've ever seen in my life. This is this might be paint scheme of the year.
Who?
Connor Havrilla.
Where's the scheme? Show me.
We have what? We have 3 of them now.
Oh, let's go.
Oh my god.
For me, it says Herclots is having. For me, it says Herclots. That's the same paint as me.
You know, look at that Connor Havrilla car though. That is, oh man, that's beautiful.
So if, like, we had a vote, like, would they all 3 win?
They're 4 wide here on the apron. You see 20 there of Sean Rowe. So you head down the back straightaway, still 4 wide. Oh. My goodness. Miller's getting really aggressive, looking to block the 17 there up to the outside. So they all ran, well, a bunch of them actually ran, of course, the Kyler's throwbacks last week. Unfortunately, today.
Oh!
Fortunately, the day that we lost Kyle, as we have a minor crash here in 3 and 4. But anyways, they ran all the Hendrick cars. This week, they're all running the Gibbs cars because I don't think this paint scheme was actually made until this week. There's Connor Asbell in the 72 car. I haven't seen the third Showtime car, maybe the most important one, Aiden Donahue. Not exactly sure where he is yet. That's got to be a little bit concerning if you're an Aiden Donahue fan.
I can't go nowhere.
Oh.
That's not fair.
About 10 minutes to go. We only have 19 cars in here so far, so hopefully we do get some more. That would be nice. 19 cars at a super speedway definitely isn't enough. As they come back into the tri-oval. More 3 wide down the front straightaway, now 4 wide. These cars look, oh my god, Zane Ramon just got absolutely hammered. Oh my god. Oh, hard on the wall. That's the 94 of CJ Erdman. He will slam it. Oh, and Cameron Chandler going to get turned around, and now the 66 of Eli Franklin also spins. There's the 77. That is Braden Hunsaker. He's now lost a wheel. Miller destroys the back of Cameron Chandler. All right, guys, so I know we've kind of been wrecking here in practice so far, but what kind of have you learned? I know a lot of people don't really have Talladega experience with this Gen 4 car, so what have you guys learned?
It's the same thing as
It's kind of hard
Daytona.
to learn. It's kind of hard to learn at super speedways, but kind of learn how to exit pit road for qualifying. I know anybody's been getting on track, but some people have been practicing getting off pit road because that's going to matter a lot for qualifying. Put limits of pushing because you can get enough practice of that.
Of course, if this first stage and the second stage, if we only have one, oh my God. Connor Havrilla just flipped out of midair. I don't know.
Yeah,
how
I
that
got
happened.
air.
Oh God. These cars are quite flippable today.
Not very good.
But anyways, man. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we're talking about the stage. So yeah, the stage. Anyways, for that whole thing, that is of course the end of lap 47. Why is Cole Wilson in the booth? It's the end of lap 47, of course. Stage points awarded to the top 10. You can't make it on fuel, so the fuel window, guys, I'm assuming about 30 to 34 laps, maybe around then.
30 laps, right on the dot.
All right, so 30 laps the fuel window, so of course you have to make a guaranteed pit stop. You're about 17 laps short. So if the first stage went green, then we would see green flag pit stops. We saw those in Daytona for the regular season finale. I don't believe actually we saw Daytona 500 green flag pit stops.
Yeah, it's too much
we did.
fun.
I don't think we did.
I know we did because I went a lap down.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure you just didn't do that on pure pace?
I am going to. Can't say it.
Yeah, nice try. Anyways, there's Connor Havrilla. What do you guys think of Connor's paint scheme?
Beautiful.
I mean, it is just it's a blessing to my eyes. It really is. So amazing.
I just see straight brown.
As they go down to the trial. We've got somebody pitting, that's Connor. He's going to run through the grass for whatever reason. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, Saint Herman just absolutely destroyed their Eli Franklin.
Well, up to 21.
Huh?
Eli, do you want to practice pitting?
If we can get out there, yeah.
Hang on, let me come back in.
Dylan Banks is being a fruit, and he hasn't joined the race yet. He's supposed to. He's signed
Where
to
are we
ETS.
at?
Still got time.
You better join. Or else Dylan Banks may be thrown out of the ETR facility for good.
Well, he's retired, so I guess he wouldn't really be gone.
Come on, Eli, let's go.
I'm already on the backstretch by the end of 3.
Come on now, son. Well, I guess I'm going to the pit party now.
Here they go off the pit road.
There they go.
Oh,
This is going to hurt.
oh, it's a big one. Oh, it's a massive one. Drivers got to hope that doesn't happen in the race. It's going to be very crucial to stay out of those kind of moments like that. You do not want to be involved in a massive crash here at Talladega tonight, especially if you're a chase contender. Aiden Donahue, if he doesn't race here tonight, this could end his championship hopes. Not exactly sure where he is. There's Dylan Banks, good boy. But, here they come back on to the track. Yeah, Aiden Donahue, I don't know what's happening with him. There's 2 other teammates from Showtime are here. Not really sure where Donahue is. That's gonna be huge on the points, because he was still in championship contention. He's had great speed in both the chase races so far in Iowa and Chicagoland. Probably could have won both of them, just pit road speeding penalties and just so many issues. I mean, kind of just shooting himself in the foot. Both those races, that could have been so much better for him. About 4 minutes still. Practice will be over, and until qualifying gets underway. So Eli, I know you explained qualifying last night here at Talladega with only being 1 lap, but maybe people didn't hear that, so can you explain it once again?
Yeah, qualifying is very important. Remember, Super Speedways, it's 1 lap, not 2 laps. I learned that the hard way for not making the Daytona race and the Grand National. I thought it was 2 laps. It's 1 lap, and it's very important to get a good takeoff and exiting pit road. Because Daytona, you have to lift, obviously, so there's no banking. At Talladega, there's banking. If you lift at all, it's probably over. You have to be full throttle as soon as you get off pit road, and probably most people run the wall on the first lap, will go into the first lap, and then they slowly, gradually go to the bottom to start the lap and finish the lap. And usually they cut where the start and finish line would be at every other racetrack to gain a little an extra jump hole.
Thank you, Eli, and we're gonna see some pit road practice right here. They look pretty high coming up pit road. My goodness, you do not want to, you know, speed on pit road here at Talladega. That's for sure. All right. We'll be right back from Talladega Superspeedway. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back live to Talladega. Car's about a minute to go till the warm-up session is over, and then we get qualifying underway here.
And now we got Cole Clausen, so it looks like it'll be up to 23, which is not bad, but if you get to 26, remember, every car has extra points someone can lose tonight for these playoff
Yeah,
guys.
that's important. I'm, again, not sure where Aiden Donahue is. That's kind of important. And we're going to see more pit road practice. Ending up the warm-up session here in Talladega. Oh, and we're going to have a wreck here on pit road. All right. But that'll do it. It is time to qualify for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series in Talladega. Here we go. One singular lap around the Talladega Superspeedway for pole position. Who will it be on pole tonight? Here we go.
And Aiden Donahue just texted us that he's not home tonight, so he will not be racing.
Oh wow. That is a big development. Oh my goodness. That is going to put him in a horrific points hole now. I mean, that's so tough because he started off the chase with so much good speed. I mean, he could have, like I said, both won in Chicagoland and Iowa, but both resulted in maybe not the best finishes that he definitely didn't want. That is, man. I mean, there's a situation here where he could technically be leading the points if things went well there and he made the race tonight. He could be on track for a Cup Series title. That's just how close these things get and what the chase brings. All right, well, qualifying underway in Talladega. We're just going to see cars rip the outside on the warm-up lap, and they're going to come all the way down to the bottom. You're going to see cars probably cut the apron coming to the checkered flag on their laps. Here goes Christian Herklotz. You're going to see 3 of these M&M cars in the field tonight. Ashton Miller in the 79 will race down in a 1 and 2. Of course, Ashton Miller in the chase, but 8th in points right now, minus 44 to the leader, Sean Rowe. 18 there of Brandon Pfeiffer getting up to speed. Once again, over in the bad camera angle here, give us a second. All right. And we're interested to see once we get our first lap time put down, what it will be.
I think it'd be somewhere in the 53s. I think it might be a 53.3. I tried one. That's about what I got, a mid 53.3. But also, I'm not the greatest at stuff, so we'll see if the guys can maybe get 52s. It's 53.1.
Hunsicker so far, top of the order. Chandler is second. Matthew White goes third. Miller slots in P2. Herklotz is fourth. Beats Matthew White. Connor Asbell goes fifth. Only a half-tenth off. And Payson Lindsay so far last. Now Cole Wilson takes over last. Now Havrilla takes over last. And there's the 29 of Cheery. He backs it down. Urban goes sixth. Rowe is ninth. Kylan Wilson is 10th. Bryce Benson all the way down in 13th. Cheery was the last now. Wow. Not a good lap at all by Richard Cheery. Only one lap to do it, of course. Here in Talladega, there's who was that? It's Trenton Wilkin. I don't know what kind of paint scheme that is. 71 there of Cole Clausen. Here's the 66 of Eli Franklin. Coming to the checker flag, and you see them, of course, cut down on the apron on their lap. So far, it is Brandon Hunsicker. Not bad. Brendan Pfeiffer slots in 10th as well.
Same spot as last night.
Well, Braden Hunsicker, with 1 minute and 46 left to go, with some other cars still make times, is on provisional pole in Talladega. Here comes Landon Johnson. Oh, gonna slide up in front of the apron. This is gonna hurt his time, I think. Across the line he goes.
17th.
Not great.
Holy. Hey, we're not dead last.
Yeah, I guess. Here goes Wilkin
Yes.
down the bank straightaway in that fourth.
I think it's just him and Cole Clausen left.
I think we gotta fix Trent Wilkins' paint scheme. I kind of doubt that's what he's actually running.
Here comes Cole, about to cross the line, see what he puts up. He's decided not to go below the apron. Let's see what his time will be as he crosses the line. He will go 53.3. That put him 12th. Let's see what Wilkin does.
Oh.
About to cross the line. And he will go 53.28, and that will put him 11th.
12th, 11th. They beat Sean Rowe. Actually, they split Sean Rowe, I should say. Bryce Benson, though, back in 18th. I am getting word now that, unfortunately, Dylan Banks, I don't think he's going to be able to start the race. Wow. That's unfortunate for the guy trying to return. And it looks like your defending winner here in Talladega, Braden Hunsicker, is going to be on pole. That'll be a great way to start off, looking for his first win of the season. From 21st to 21st, so the gap is less than 0.2 of a second. That's just how close things are at Talladega. I mean, one little bobble of the wheel and you're 20th, when he could have been pole. That's how important things are here.
Back-to-back nights of ninth. Hopefully the result changes from last night, though.
We will see. Well, it's Talladega. It's the Cup Series chase. We welcome you live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series from Talladega Superspeedway. It's one of the most anticipated races all year long. It's the Cup Series Talladega race. Of course, as always, in the chase.
Well, Dylan Banks looks like he's lined up on the grid.
Oh, he is? He told me he's not going to make it. Okay. I don't know. I have no idea. But well, maybe he'll just start the race. I'm not really sure. But anyways, you're going to have Hunsicker on pole. To his outside, Ashton Miller needs a lot of points tonight. Top 3-year-old chase drivers, Cameron Chandler, back 5th in points now after being your leader. Tupisco in Iowa is 3rd. Christian Arklotz will start in 4th in the 17 tonight. Inside Matthew White, he will start in 5th. Outside CJ Urban, non-chase driver, but a good super speedway racer, will start in 6th. Connor Asbell start in 7th place here tonight. Payson Lindsay, winner last week at Chicagoland, first win in over a year and a half. He will start 8th. Eli Franklin, qualifying crib, he'll start 9th, and Braden Pfeiffer ends at your top 10 and get the rest of the field rolling across the left side of your screen. Well, it's Talladega, guys. Man, what a race we got coming up for tonight. 95 laps from the Talladega Superspeedway. What are your guys' expectations for this one?
I'm hoping that early on it's not like last night's race, that we go easy, calm, no early wrecks. Maybe the first about 30 laps. Once we get the pit stops, everybody's just chill. Go single file, an easy double file. Just not like hard racing double file, but just racing double file. That's what I'm hoping tonight. That's why I want it. But obviously, everybody has different intentions. They want to win a lap 1, and they want to go immediately. So we'll see how they race. Also, we know that the guys that are in the chase, how aggressive they're going to be early on. I think some of the guys near the back might want to get get up here as quickly as possible, but at what cost and how much danger they want to put themselves in.
Yeah, hang on. I'm not. Did John Butler not make it to the grid?
I think he left.
Did he actually? He left?
I think so.
I have no idea. Well, that's unfortunate for John Butler if he can't make this race. So anyways, cars now rolling on the grid. By the way, Dylan Banks decided it was very funny to joke with me. He actually is racing tonight. I think we got to reload trading mates again. So guys, you're gonna have an extra teammate. Anyways, we're going to see cars roll down pit road to check their pit road speed and, of course, find their pit boxes. You're going to see a green flag pit stop here in the first half of the race if we don't get a caution. They're about 17 or so laps short on fuel. 47 laps is the first stage. This pit road check could be pretty important. We're going to go for 95 laps around Talladega. This one, it can get kind of long from time to time. Definitely doesn't feel like the shortest race ever. Cars in the back. All right. Well, they will roll off, ready to go racing in Talladega Superspeedway. Race number 21 of the Cup Series season. Front row are two drivers that haven't won in nearly a full calendar Cup Series year. Brandon Hunsicker last won race 22 or 23 at Dover. Ashton Miller in season 4. Ashton Miller last won season 4 at Texas, race 24. Well, there's a ton of opportunity tonight for the chase grid to be mixed up even more than it actually is now. What could possibly go wrong? It's Talladega. This is one of the most feared racetracks in NASCAR for a good reason. The big one can strike at any moment. You do not want to be involved in that.
It can happen right now.
What,
I wasn't going to say it.
When they're pacing? I don't think it, I guess it could happen when they're pacing. That's a little hard.
Oh, I thought you meant pacing and Lindsay.
What?
I thought you meant pacing and Lindsay. Like he's going to do it.
What is this man talking about?
I have no idea. He makes as much sense as Richard Cherry. He's been singing the national anthem over the radio.
Of course he is.
What's a bit? Not the whole thing.
Well, it's a fun night coming in Talladega. Already been a wild week. And this is our main event of the week, of course, the Cup Series. 5 races left to go this season. The chase is well underway. Race number 3 of the chase. This is at Talladega, one of the most anticipated races all year. The first ever race at Talladega with the Gen 4 car. We will address themselves to the starter stand. Hunsicker Miller will get us underway. We are racing in the Cup Series. Green flag in the air at Talladega. Let's go! Braden Hunsicker, your pole sitter, controls the lead. Clear back into 3 and 4. Ashton Miller outside poles side by side for second with Cameron Chandler, your Truck Series winner this week on Tuesday. Heading down the front straightaway. Braden Hunsicker looking to pick up right where he left off last time in the Cup Series here at Talladega when he went to victory lane. He's going to block down. That's a risky block, but he will lead lap 1. See Miller back to the outside, help from Christian Herklotz. Still very early in the race, of course, only lap 2 of 95. I would expect especially the veterans to be very careful early on in this race with the pushes and all the racing all around. Hunsicker's got a pretty good lead. You do not want that here at Talladega. That allows drivers to have a big run on you. You can see Miller back up to the bumper of the 77, gives him a nice shove. In line currently in Talladega, they both drop low in front of Cameron Chandler. That now leaves Herklotz to the outside to lead that lane. There's contact back in the middle of the field there with, I think it was Eli Franklin and Cole Wilson. See Sean Rowe, your current points leader, entering the day there in the middle of the 20 car. So many points going to be jumbled up here at Talladega in the chase. As we come to lap 3, a big push to the outside. CJ Erdman working with Christian Herklotz. They're looking to go to the lead. Herklotz is clear. New leader in Talladega.
There.
Yeah. Now, there is also the 94 of Erdman. He's going to get clear as well. They're 3 wide nearly further back. Outside with Lindsay, and they're all going to go down low. What a power move to take the lead in Talladega. See, Braden Hunsicker, your original leader, back to 4th. He's side by side now with Sean Rowe. Still working early laps. Who's that?
Dylan Banks.
That's not Dylan Banks. Are you blind?
That's
Brandon Pfeiffer. Brandon Pfeiffer.
I just saw Dylan Banks on my whatchamacallit.
That was Brandon Pfeiffer coming to pit road for some reason. Not exactly sure what happened to him.
Had black flags.
He what?
They just cleared his black flag, so I'm guessing he was serving a penalty.
Oh. I mean, if it is his fault if he doesn't tell them in time. Here goes Matthew White, now giving Cole Wilson a shove. You see Erdman popping out of line for a second, but it is Christian Herklotz leading down the front straightaway. A big run coming down the front. Oh! That was contact. 2 cars got loose. That was Braden Hunsicker, your pole sitter. It made contact with Miller. Now the field is all kind of jumbled up. Somebody blinks, and now we're going to lose. What? Okay, really? Sorry. Somebody just had the worst blink I've ever seen. There is Matthew White now in the back bumper of the 22. of Cole Wilson. It was Erdman who just had that blink. Did he leave the session? Did something happen there?
He had packet loss. Yeah, he's gone. He got packet loss.
Wow. Oh, there's nearly contact behind him there. Oh, and they're somehow saving it. My goodness. Pace and Lindsay, your winner in Chicago, and it was dead sideways. We are 4 wide, heading back into 3 and 4. Wilkin in the middle there. You see Connor Averill up to the top. Erdman, by the way, is now, I don't know where he is. He'll try to join back. Here comes Herc. That's a huge one. Look at Connor as well. They're going to be 3 wide. Cole Wilson trying to control 3 lanes. Crazy scenes on lap 6 in Talladega.
Yeah, I did not expect this early on. I didn't expect everybody to be sideways on the track.
Whoa!
They're not being patient at all.
Yeah, they are certainly not. Big block down to the low side for Cole Wilson. In front of that 72 of Asbel. It's been a wild race so far. Only on lap 6. By the way, Erdman, can you guys tell me if you get an update to see if he comes back?
Yeah.
Right now, he's gone. I don't know where he went.
Well, packet loss, that means his internet went out. He just blinked when he was up in the top 5. So, that's not the first time it's happened to CJ, so hopefully he'll be able to come back. More organized now. They got back in the line. That was absolutely wild. Heading back to the trial. Well, actually, there comes Connor Asbell to the outside. Goes with Matthew White. Here goes the 72. So good at these super speedways. Going to the lead in Talladega. All right, yeah. 2 laps down. He'll try to get back on the racetrack, get a couple of free passes, hopefully for him. And he's got to hope he eventually. Oh my goodness, Pace and Lim. No, that was Andrew Stacey. Yeah, sideways to the door of Ashton Miller. Bryce Benson trying to get in line. He started outside of the top 15.
And when you get playoff drivers, Cameron Chandler, who missed last week, opting to ride in the back and just wait because they've been wanting to wreck early on. He's running back here. It looks like 17th, just riding and seeing what happens in front. There's really there's nowhere to go. Double file, nowhere to go, and it's not worth the risk.
Erdman is.
Do not blame him.
Erdman is pulling back on the racetrack, by the way. A couple of other lap cars. Dylan Banks lost the draft. There's Brandon Pfeiffer. He'll be a lap down pretty soon as well. If the caution doesn't come out, here goes Cole Wilson in front of Matthew White. And he's going to look to retake the lead from Connor Asbell as they head down the back straightaway.
And now Ashton's opting to go to the back.
Wilson is clear, nearly, but Asbell fights back to the inside. Oh, Wilson gets Matthew White a little bit sideways. White getting shoved by his teammate Hunsaker. Side drafting door-to-door for the lead. Sean Rowe involved in this as well. I mean, there's 4 chase drivers that is inside of the top 10 currently. So, I mean, if anything happens to them early on in the race like this, they get taken out. That could be detrimental to their championship votes.
I mean, if I'm a chase guy right now, as aggressive as they're racing, if you get crashed out of this race and you're further back in the points, if you're 4th, 5th, or 6th in points, I would not be risking it this early in the race. There's nothing to gain.
Seeing Matthew White, chase driver, shoving Cole Wilson, a non-chase driver, 2 Daytona 500 champions, back into 3 and 4. The 3 Daytona 500 champions in the top 4 on the outside, with Bryce Benton as well. About to catch Pfeiffer here in the 18. He, of course, served his penalty down pit road. About to go a lap down. That's going to be very unfortunate for CJ Urban, who's currently 2 down. From lap 10 in Talladega. It's been wild so far, but no shortage of excitement.
It seems like the bottom's going away. Everybody's starting to migrate up to the top.
I was about to mention that there's Sean Rowe. Now the 72 of Asbell kind of left out the dries. They head down the back straightaway. They're going to catch the lap car of Pfeiffer in a minute. There comes Trenton Wilkin dropping out of line. Look at him trying to side draft. That 9 at Benton. Will anyone go with them? So far, no. Pfeiffer, the lap car, goes 3 wide on the top. We've definitely had some interesting moments with lap cars here in Talladega in the Cup Series. We're back to Bryce Benton in Season 2.
Full 4 wide.
Oh, yes. Big checkup with the 3 cars on the inside for some reason.
Yeah, they're 4 wide down the front straightaway. There is a lot of room to make some stuff happen, though, at Talladega. Pfeiffer's going to have to try to get into the pack to at least stay a 1 lap down, and then they're eventually going to catch Dylan Banks, and that could be a battle for the free pass if we don't get any yellows. Oh, there's Cole Wilson, a bit of a bad shove by Matthew White, but there's see Cheery actually pulling out of line for a second. He's actually trying to make his own lane. They're still 3 wide down the back straightaway, further back. Cheery stays in line, actually knock out Bryce Benson in the 9. Still 3 by 3. Oh, there's Wilkin to the top. He'll go in front of Brandon Piper, the lap car. No yellows yet here at Talladega. There are usually a lot of green flag runs in this race. And that's an aggressive move. That's Connor Aswell dropping in front of the 18 of Piper. It's really kind of broke up the entire field. Single file, but all jumbled up. Heading down the backstretch, we got a car on the wall that was trying to get single file all of a sudden. After 12 straight laps of wild racing in Talladega, looks like they're trying to get in line. Zane Vermont back here. 79 of Ashton Miller outside pole sitter gave the 50 of Havarillo a bad shove. They might lose the draft. They aren't careful here in the back. Cole Wilson leads coming to complete lap number 12. Yeah, all of a sudden, very weird, all you guys just got in line after 10 straight laps of wild racing.
This reminds me of like 2013 super speedway racing.
Here's Stacy. He's now in that second group. Pace and Lindsay behind him. They're about to lose that main draft. They aren't linked up at all. And they're still trying to pass each other. There's Connor Havarillo to the inside, and Ashton Miller goes down low with them. It is very easy to lose the draft in this Gen 4 car, and you're seeing that right now.
Yeah, me and Zane already lost it.
Yeah, this top group has about 10 cars. Only 10. I mean, it's just a little bit of a checkup can cause something like this here at Talladega. That second group will try to get linked up together. They'll try to draft. They do have a little bit more cars in the main pack. There's Dylan Banks actually drafted up to another lap car, the 94 of Erdman.
And sometimes more cars is a disadvantage. You have a lot more checkups. Usually, one about 6 cars, and that's enough to where you can gain momentum, and not enough to where you have to lift a lot because of how much cars.
Oh, they are shoving each other.
I think it'd be okay.
Andrew Stacy got a huge shove from Pace and Lindsay. They do not want to lose the draft, but they are losing time to your leaders. Bryce Benson trying to go to the inside of the 17 of Herklotz. They head down the front stretch yet again. Actually, Kylan Wilson almost backing off. There's the 20 of Sean Rowe. I mean, if these guys start racing again, then they're single file a little further back. That would be an advantage for these guys in the back. I don't think they're going to race, besides Connor Havarillo. For some reason, he's been dropping out of line. Really hurting the second pack. Bit of a checkup there.
And also, you got to watch your overheating. I've heard a couple guys saying this one to get a little hot. Obviously, a hot day, but you don't want these cars overheating from pushing, possibly blow a motor.
So they are beginning to catch back up. They are in the draft. They're single file. Stacy is beginning to gain a little bit more time, and the drivers ahead of them. They'll have to try to do their best to catch back up. I mean, 15 laps complete so far. They're side by side. Kylan Wilson drops to the inside of the 9 of Benson. Side draft them down the front straightaway. They'll get back in line. That kind of breaks up this first group yet again. That allows the opportunity for the second pack to get more bit of a draft. Anyways, guys, on lap 16 here in Talladega, have been all green so far. What's our fuel window looking like currently?
I got 15.
Trying to catch this front group. I'm in the back of this second group, so I can't really look right now.
So
I'd say everybody pay around about 30. That's the latest.
I got 14.
Of course, the leader is burning the most amount of fuel. Again, they would have to pit anyways if it is under caution, and then it would mean a yellow would come out. there's 17 of Herclass trying to go to the outside to block that 32 of Kylan Wilson. Can't really do it. And falls back in line. Well, you have two main packs in the front of the field currently here in Talladega. After a lot of 3 and 4 wide action early on in the race, they all of a sudden went single file and broke up the 2 different packs. Really weird how that works out.
Second pack just had a big checkup for some reason.
That's definitely not going to help them. Lindsay's trying to shove Andrew Stacy down this front straightaway. Again, like Eli said, you don't want to get kind of lost in your own world trying to push somebody like this to catch back up because of the overheating issue. Not getting enough air on that grill could blow the motor. We've seen that happen before. Here is Bryce Benton going to the outside of Cole Clausen. Drops back in line, but Kylan Wilson is there. Wilson is going to cut a bit of a break. Oh, we got a car on the wall. That's Andrew Stacy. Got dropped out of line. Obviously got moved by Payson Lindsay.
Yeah, Payson was doing overheating.
Stacy probably will lose the draft.
Yeah, he's already second back. He's out of the draft.
So I mean, Eli said it would be better for them to have about 6 or so cars, so maybe less is more. We'll see. They're also catching Herclass, who just dropped out of this main group. It's going to be a big run down this front straightaway. That's going to be a good draft on him. They're going to have to try to pull to the outside. Actually, they're going to, yeah, Herclass lets them go. All right. So they are closing the gap. Will it be enough?
Yeah, they gain about 3/10 that lap, that second group.
Very, very interesting. First about 20 laps at Talladega. Oh my goodness. Cheery is loose. Oh man, they are really checking up in this main group, and now the second group is there. That was Benton and Clausen.
Also, whenever that second group does get there, will they? How much momentum they have? Will they make a move and try to get out of leaders, or will they just sit behind them?
That is now exactly 6 cars. They also dropped Herclass. They've dropped a lot of drivers. On lap 20 in Talladega, and this second group is there. Here comes Payson Lindsay, a big run with Trent Wilkin and Connor Aswell also lined up. They're going to stay in line. They're going to get back in line. We'll see if they just drive. They have momentum coming. And it looks like, for now, Lindsay going to stay behind Kylan Wilson. So that gives us now, what, about 15 cars in this main group?
Yeah.
Big check up here
Also,
yet again.
this
Oh! Bryce Benson to the outside and had to make avoiding action and not run straight in the back of the 71 of Cole Clausen. Go ahead, Eli.
Yeah, one thing, these guys on the pit stops, you can see some of these guys are maybe not holding the line as best they want to. I think it's because of the speed of the tires of these cars. So we see guys just take right side tires.
Yo, Kylan Wilson, oh! Wrecking in the wall upside down as Cole Clausen does a full flip back on his wheels. Kylan Wilson hits the wall.
I just saw my life flash before my eyes.
And upside down, but still rolling as Cole Clausen in the 71 brings out our first caution of the day. Wow. Well, that changes a lot here for pit road as well. How did he get flipped over? Kylan Wilson gets turned, and there he goes on Cole Clausen upside down. Didn't do technically a full flip. Back on his wheels, thank goodness. And Kylan Wilson took a pretty good shot to the wall. I mean,
he's still driving, and there's no smoke coming in the back, so who knows?
Yeah, Kylan Wilson is the one I'm actually worried about. That's a big hit to the wall. I don't know if it blew the motor, and I don't think it did. I think he was still
his right side's completely killed, but I'm surprised Cole's still moving. I mean, there's no smoke. It could be maybe not outside damage, but inside's where his race is done.
Oh, it's Lindsay gave the 32 a bad shove and then turned him sideways into Cole Clausen, hooked the 71 into the wall and upside down. Wow, what a way to start off. This is going to actually now open pit road. They're going to be close on fuel. Let's ride along with Clausen there real quick. It's going to be a wild ride. Just gets hooked and up on his side and go, of course, fully over. And not too much damage, though. Thank goodness for Cole Clausen. And he's still rolling. That car looks like it's fine. How about that?
Hey, Ethan Trashter.
Well, Dylan Banks. Wow, how did we lose
Dude,
the
we
draft?
lost the pack.
Yeah,
I don't
I know.
know. Look at the Snapchat I
Safe
just
here.
sent you.
All right. Also, beautiful paint scheme, by the way.
I know. I can't wait for that HMS love boost.
Oh, and we're watching YouTube at the same time.
Oh yeah.
My stream.
There's no way.
No, not actual YouTube. The broadcast, I mean.
Oh, okay. Well, the pit road's open now, so everybody come down, fill these quarters up.
Yep. Here they come. This might pretty much eliminate the green flag. Yeah, this is going to eliminate the green flag pit stop. They were about 18 laps short. First caution of the day on lap 22 here. So that should eliminate that completely. Here they come. Down into the pits. Getting the free pass is Brandon Pfeiffer. So we'll see if tires are going to be taken here. Yes, so far they are. Will be 2 tires, will be 4 tires. Looks like it's going to be 4 for most of your drivers. Will anyone take 2?
No, yeah, you want to
Sean
take
Rowe.
4. You don't want to do the Denny Hamlin strategy.
Sean
Ethan
Rowe
knows
takes
about
2.
that.
Sean Rowe takes 2. Everybody else takes 4. Wilson off second. Rowe is going to be off first. 2-tire call for him.
I don't think you get away with 2 tires, but then next pit stop at the end of the stage, you can take the other 2 tires.
Speeding
got a
in the
penalty,
pits,
guys.
yeah. Bryce Benson speeding on pit road. That'll send him to the back. I mean, it's Talladega, so it's not really that as important.
Yeah.
This is definitely the track you want to speed at, if you have to speed.
Well, I mean, if it's under caution.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, you don't want to speed under green, that's for sure.
No.
Maybe
He
the
got
worst,
lucky on this
maybe the worst track to speed under green.
Especially with this
I
car.
don't know, short tracks are pretty bad.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, like here, you gotta have the draft though.
All right, choose cone, of course, is always down the front straightaway. Sean Rowe is, for some reason, just pulling it out in front of the pace car right now. First yellow of the day. I want to check on Cole Clausen. There he is.
Does anybody in here make paint schemes, by the way?
No.
I was about to say, I need a Christian Eckes paint scheme.
No, you don't.
He's my goat.
Not sure why. Anyways, we're going to come to the choose this time by. Eventually, we'll restart in lap 25. So it'll be about 22 to go into 23 to go into the stage. For halfway break at the end of lap 48. I'm sorry. I think I said 47.
48.
Yeah. It's 95
wow.
laps.
Wouldn't that be 47?
No, because the stage
40.
thing, the stage thing takes the lap after, because if it's not exactly halfway, it takes the lap.
Well, technically it's
takes
47
the
and a
over.
half.
Yeah, nice try. We're not going to do that. Outside here choosing is Sean Rowe. Bottom goes the 22 of Hunsicker. Or 22 of Wilson. Hunsicker in the 77. My goodness.
Whoa, Landon Johnson, where are we choosing, buddy?
The bottom.
Yeah, he turns the bottom.
Did we? We're going to have to take a look at that.
No,
Oh,
he,
yeah,
did,
we
he
did.
did, he did,
He did.
All right.
Well, he's going to go back one row.
Still going to take a look.
I was
Calm
giving
down,
him
buddy.
shit.
I'm your teammate.
I
Oh,
know, I
that was
giving you
close.
shit.
That was
Who
close.
is what? I'll just drive over it next time.
All right. Well, here we go for the restart.
But Cole Clausen is back on track, so
I mean,
it's like
yeah,
the car's
he's actually the driver I wasn't worried about at all. That car didn't look like it had really any damage. I think Kylan Wilson got the worst of it. Yeah, that record
now
could've been
see
a
if
lot
these guys'
worse.
aggression levels. Yeah, it could have been. Hopefully, these guys' aggression levels calm down here with that happening, because that could have took out some championship guys, and it's gonna be weird.
delayed-
How to
Delayed
get
the
delayed now.
caution again.
All right, here we go now. It's one now.
Dylan,
but
why are we
it's-
stopped
I
for
want
the
to see how.
backstage?
They're saying somebody stopped on the back straightaway.
Yeah, it's Dylan Banks. I don't know what's going on here.
He's still there.
I'm not really sure what's going on now.
He's not on the track, is he?
Well, he's on the apron. He's not on the track. Well, the pace car's in. We're coming back to. I'm not really sure what's going on. I don't know what happened to Dylan. Well, I think we're coming to the restart. Here we go. We're going to restart on lap 25. Back to green. Sean Rowe leads us off. Cole Wilson to the inside as we come back to green in Talladega. Is he back? He's back going. All right.
It is double line right there. Guess he just wants to be a lap down.
Dylan, what happened?
I had to do something real quick.
Bathroom break.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you missed the restart.
It's alright.
Here goes
Talladega,
Matthew
I
White.
can do that.
Matthew White to the outside. Oh, that's a big block by the 22 of Cole Wilson. Sean Rowe up there as well as they head down the back straightaway. First official restart of the night. There goes that 77 Hunsicker to the inside. Rich Cheery lined up behind him.
I cannot wait to pull a Kevin LePage when the field.
Yeah, let's not. Nice try.
It's LeBenton around here.
Yeah. Coming to 25 laps complete in Talladega. Cole Wilson back to the lead. Oh, 3-1 middle. Look at Sean Rowe. Going to actually get split. Of course, two tires, or at least none tires. Tires at all.
Come on.
For the 20. He's going to get back in line. Landon Johnson lets him go, and that's aggressively. Look at that 77. A Hunsicker just pulled out of line to the lead with a huge shove from the 29 of Cheery. What a run for your pole sitter. Braden Hunsicker still winless this season. But he won here last year. Is tonight finally his win? We will see later on. Oh, they're getting aggressive back there. Brandon Pfeiffer, he got a little bit sideways. They're still 4 wide. Somebody blinks. Again, that's a bad place to blink with your middle 4. That's Bryce Benson. He, of course, had a pit road speeding penalty. There's the 71 of Cole Clausen, was just upside down, or at least on his side. He's back on the track here, running okay. And back up front. Look at Trenton Wilkin. Just drops to the inside lane, looking for the lead with Connor Havrilla. Oh, Havrilla going to wash up the racetrack. He is kind of been all over the place tonight. Really interesting to see him up front. Wilkin now controls this race, blocks outside on that forward. Oh, but Hunsicker doesn't like that, drops outside again, goes back to the bottom. Side drafting.
Space and Lindsay do nothing but complain.
I guess.
And wreck.
He wins occasionally.
Side by side riding along with Trent Wilkin.
Man.
See that outside lane still coming with that 77 Hunsicker. That's 29 of Cheery giving him a nice shove. Double file heading down the back straightaway.
This is fun, Ethan. Talladega is awesome.
You're not even in the draft.
I know.
Dylan Banks having a real good time running by himself, I guess. I mean, great way for him to always keep it positive.
Right.
Here goes Hunsicker back to the outside, a nice shove. Or not even connected, actually, just him and Cheery, but he still gets back to the lead. Inside checks up with Havrilla there as well. You have 3 drivers that have never went to Cup Series, or actually 2 drivers that never went to Cup Series victory lane, Wilkin and Havrilla on the bottom. Winner in Fontana last season, Connor Asbell. See Cameron Chandler trying to get there in front of Brandon Pfeiffer. It's getting aggressive once again. Here goes Cole Wilson with Matthew White. They're still trying to split each other, kind of getting mixed up again. Back of the pack, or middle of the pack, I should say. A couple of cars back there have actually lost the pack yet again. Bryce Benton is involved. He has lost the main draft. Back there with Zane Rahman. So is Cole Clausen, Kylan Wilson, of course Dylan Banks as well. outside now, very, very unorganized. That's going to allow Wilkin to pull back to the inside for the race lead. Help from Connor Asbell. Got 7 car Matthew White as well. So we look from the spotter stand. Inside cleared 2 cars with Wilkin and Asbell. Outside going to try to get more momentum rolling with that 77 Hunsicker with a shove from Richard Cherry. "30 laps complete in Talladega." And they're about to lap Dylan Banks again. Trent Wilkin, it's been a rough year for him. Best race this season was easily Bristol. Led so many laps in that one. Unfortunately, got put in the wall by Bryce Benton there. Taken out of contention for the win. But currently leading here in Talladega. Made the playoffs when there was playoffs last season. This season, of course, he missed the chase. And will not contend for a title. Top 2 are both non-chase drivers, with Asbell in second.
That top lane is really broken apart, though. Basically, the first 8 cars on the bottom in front of the outside lane. If they ever get connected, they could have a chance, but it doesn't look good right now.
Yeah, you see the 77 Hunsicker now to the outside with the 29 of Cherry. They're still trying to make something work up there. The 22 of Cole Wilson, he's led a lot of laps so far tonight. Ashton Miller actually drops in front of them. They're going to have a little bit of momentum heading down the back straightaway yet again. There's Eli Franklin in the 66 going back down low. Cole Wilson almost contacted that car facing Lindsay. Getting closer and closer to when stage points will be on the line. Everyone, I think, Eli, you can make it to the end on fuel, right?
Yes, I have 20 laps.
All right. Ready to go on stage. Top 10, of course, all get those points. Very, very crucial for chase drivers. Right now, the highest chase car right now running is Sean Rowe. Came in first in the chase entering the day. But again, like we mentioned, still so close with Bryce Benton running back in 17th. That is not going to be great for him. And of course, lost the drift. Oh my goodness, Eli Franklin sideways on the outside lane. Tried to drop in front of Ashton Miller, didn't work. Got in the wall a little bit as well.
Yeah, 2 tires are not the problem. My left side tire is absolutely killed.
I've never seen someone get loose like that at Talladega. Wow.
This thing is getting a little bit loose.
Yeah, I told you for the race, old tires. If you don't take 4 tires, I didn't expect you to do that on 2 tires, but tires matter.
And with that, we are back.
I even took 4 tires, and I'm like, it's a little loose up here.
They're starting to actually jostle for position in the back. To the 77 Hunsicker, they're maybe going outside now. So far, everybody continues to stay in line. Besides Tabarella, she's on his own island here, trying to make something happen. Looking back, there's Dylan Banks now a lap down. There's the 1 of Zane Rahman and the 9 of Bryce Benton. Also lost the draft. So is the 71 of Cole Clausen and Kylan Wilson. Both those 2 involved in the latest wreck. Here goes Sean Rowe to the outside, drops in front of Lindsay. There's been momentum on the outside now. Lindsay goes back down low on Rowe. Miller now going to try to give Rowe a bit of a shove down this backstretch. They're going to have momentum coming. The inside actually broke up yet again. Wilkie goes up the block. His teammate can't do that. Sean Rowe is there. What a big shove from Ashton Miller. Back into 3 and 4. Matthew White coming as well. So is Hunsicker. Sean Rowe to lead in Talladega. 3 wide,
Catching
further
up
back.
to Kylan Wilson here. Dylan Banks right now, the first car 1 lap down, and he is about 10 seconds off the main pack, so battle for a free pass here.
The good news is now Dylan still about 13 to go into the stage. So they're going to go to lap Wilson here. Wilson is way off the pace with damage. He hit the wall head on earlier, so he's probably going to be able. I think Banks is going to be able to pass him pretty easily. Here goes Miller to the inside with Matthew White. They bail in Sean Rowe. Hunsicker goes with him, and Ashton Miller looking to take the lead in Talladega. Rowe is going to have nobody to work with now. He is going to fall back to the 2 ETR cars. Wilkin and Rowe just inside of the top 5 about 2 laps ago. Now they're going to drop outside of even the top 10. Been a very interesting race so far here at Talladega in this first half. Had some 2 and 3 wide action, a lot of close calls. One basically a flip on a side, Cole Clausen, and now you're running single file, and there's an outside lane momentum coming. They aren't saying single file now for long. Maybe a half a lap, and then they go to make something work. Here is Paul Wilson up to the outside. It's actually allowing that 88 Landon Johnson to try to get to his inside.
Buddy, I was in front of him. I'm better than Cole Wilson.
This group is now all mixed up. Out of line, out of order. There goes Wilson. Again, back to the top. Side by side with Pace and Lindsay. There's the 29 of Cherry going up there. Everybody goes to black, even your leader, Ashton Miller. 10 to go in the stage. I'm sorry, 11 to go in the stage, shouldn't it?
There's Pace.
Oh, there's Lindsay to the inside of the 22, Wilson. He gets there. There's contact. Back into 1 and 2. Payson, though, nobody going to go with him. There's Orman got in the wall, a bit of a checkup, a big checkup. There's Wilkin as well. Everyone has to check up. 3 wide. Cameron Chandler gets split to the top. 2 Kyle Busch cars on the bottom. That being Pfeiffer and Herklotz.
Oh, there goes Cherry.
Oh! Cherry spins in front of the field. In the wall hard goes Sean Rowe, your points leader. Oh my goodness. Cherry goes around and Rowe has damage. That's big. What happened? We were watching back in about 15th. Somehow
I assume a bad push or someone got loose. That's
probably
a push and getting loose with tires, I guess.
Wow, well, that is huge. Here is Cherry. Behind Hunsicker, goes to the outside. What? Netcode, are you? Wow, that was the worst netcode I've ever seen. And Sean Rowe has nowhere to go, slams into the wall. And that toe on that race car is probably knocked out pretty bad. It's right along with him. That was, are you kidding me, iRacing? What kind of awful netcode was that? He wasn't even close to his bumper. That was awful. Yeah, I mean, there he goes. And Roach, oh man, that could have been a lot worse. Hits the wall. Gets hit by Pace and Lindsay as well. I mean, it was nothing more than netcode that caused that. Completely ridiculous. That makes no sense. I mean, did Cheery say anything on the radio? If it wasn't, maybe it's just my view for netcode?
I really haven't heard too much. He said something, but I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I couldn't hear him.
Well, that will bring out our second caution of the day.
We could see maybe guys pit to flip the stage. But I assume most of these guys might stay out.
That's more of a road course tactic. Yeah. Oh, actually, Sean Rowe's going to pit because he has damage. Lindsay got hit there. I think he's trying to repair his damage. I think Wilkin got a little bit of damage as well, getting involved there. Also, more cars towards the back half of the field will pit.
But we'll get a restart a couple laps to get into the stage.
Yeah, Kylan Wilson actually gets the free pass from Dylan Banks. Got saved there, but we'll have a caution in about 8 or so laps once the stage is out. So the halfway break will be at the end of lap 48. That's our call there. We'll be right back in Talladega.
Laney, I just looked. My left rear tire is the one that it wore the most. It's at 87. The rest of them at 95 and above.
Would you just pit?
Yeah, I took rights first time. Now I took lefts.
Wait, what was your lefts?
My left front was fine. My left rear is at 87.
What was your rights?
97 and above.
Dang, so it is that left rear. I know, running up front, bro, like, my wrists were getting a little bit of a pump. This car started to get a little loose.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's not like aero. It's just the car just that can't stick.
Yeah, especially on older tires. Running the top 5 and don't even get mentioned. Crazy, huh?
Yeah, crazy. Now just gonna win the stage and probably say in second place.
Nah, I ain't going crazy. I'm just trying to make it to the finish so I can go crazy then.
All right, as we
But
welcome you back
it
live.
hurts for Dylan Banks. It hurts for Dylan Banks, but he should get the free pass because we will have a restart.
Well, yeah. I want to check on Sean Rowe real quick. There's the damage to the 20 car, the damage to the 71 of Cole Clausen as well. They're both trying to get as much as repaired as possible. Good thing for Rowe is he'll have now 2 yellows to get it repaired.
And also, Ethan, when you left, I took left side tires, and the reason for being loose for some of these guys is the left rear tire. It's like 10 to 15% lower than the rest of the tires.
That's interesting. I mean, there's a lot of load on it, I think. No, wait, you said the left rear?
Yes,
Yeah.
left rear.
I guess that would be a lot of load on the tire. I don't know.
But everything else is like 95 and above, and the left rear is at 85.
That's weird. Anyways, coming to the choose here. Miller gonna go inside. Outside Matthew White. And outside his teammate Hunsicker. Outside, that's the 22 of Wilson. That'll give the second row to Landon Johnson. Going down on
Wow,
the bottom.
I finally get mentioned. I ran the top 5 the whole run and finally get
Well, I
mentioned.
mean,
Wow, thanks.
Yeah, we got to focus on the chase guys, which currently occupy the top 3 spots. The next chase guy on back is Cameron Chandler in 10th.
Who cares about them?
Oh, well, I mean, it's kind of for the Cup Series Championship, which we're all racing for right now.
Pay you $5 for the championship.
Okay. Anyways, we're going to restart with, I think, 7 to go now on the stage. It'll be once we go back under green.
Now, how aggressive these guys get, we'll see. How much points matter for these guys. I know Cameron, Mr. Race, he's not too far back from taking back the lead, so see how aggressive he can be. Payson Lindsay trying to, every point matters, but you also want to be able to finish things. That points even matter a lot more.
Yeah, you don't want to take yourself out of contention for the win with some bold move that doesn't work in a stage. Working caution number 2 here in Talladega tonight. This one for cheery net coating in front of the field for some reason. Thanks iRacing, appreciate that. And spinning around. One car out of the race, that's Andrew Stacy. I don't know what he was doing. We're gonna restart on lap 42, 7 to go in the stage. Top 10 getting stage points as always. Here we go.
And it's on ends on 47 or 48.
48, end of 48.
Okay, so going to 49.
We're gonna roll away, coming back into the restart zone here in Talladega. One car is blinking. That's not what you want to see. That's Matthew White. The United Rentals restart zone. We're back underway in Talladega. Matthew White is having the worst blinks ever. That gives the outside a horrific jump. Always happens when they're about to go green, when that blinking car is in some sort of 3-wide maneuver or something like that. Inside didn't get a good jump there with Landon Johnson at all. He did not get going very well.
I was too distracted by Matthew.
Made fun of Juan Cobbs Jr. the other night. Anyways, there's the 79 of Miller. Drops to the outside in front of Cole Wilson. They got to check up the top now. Oh! Johnson got sideways out of that shove from Asbel. Unorganization is big now at the front of the field. There's Connor Asbel getting shoved by Cameron Chandler. He needs stage points, Cameron. Asbel, a huge run. Doesn't need stage points at all. Outside of the chase. Side by side, looking to take the lead from Matthew White. Dylan Banks up here a lap down. Erdman would love it if Dylan Banks could pass everyone, because if Banks gets his lap back here without the free pass, then Erdman would get the free pass, and he would be 1 lap down. He is currently still 2. Matthew White back on the outside, though, back at a 1 and 2. His teammate Braden Hunsicker has been pretty loyal to his back bumper. These two, the last 2 winners at Talladega in the Cup Series. So So obviously they know how to get the job done here. Miller staying in line behind them. So is Cole Wilson. That 22 has been a good car as a leader.
And CJ got packet loss again.
Oh my goodness, that's unfortunate. And it's been an unfortunate night for CJ Erdman. It was a good opportunity for maybe a win. I don't think this week has gone as planned for CJ, unfortunately. After winning Grand National in Daytona just a few weeks ago. Matthew White once again leads down the back straightaway. Braden Hunsicker lined up second in lane, unlined. Outside third in line is that 79 of Ashton Miller. Coming very close to the end of the stage here in Talladega. 4 to go this time by. Guys, once it hits 2 to go, can we just make sure it, or once it's 3 to go, can we just make sure it doesn't close pit road?
Does it?
No, if it closes pit road, then that means it's 2 to go.
Okay.
Oh, we have Dylan Banks sliding up in front of there. That's in front of Connor Haverla there. Slide down the back straightaway, Connor Asbell. Dylan did a Connor sandwich right now, but mostly single file at the front of the field. Here is Wilkin to the inside. Of course, he does not need stage points. Top 3 all chase drivers. Chandler running in 7th. Those top 4, those 4 drivers that are in the chase inside of the top 10. There's Cameron Chandler dropping outside. Cole Wilson, a bit of a checkup. Here's Lindsay side by side with Cameron. Lindsay gets back in the line, heading again down the front straightaway. Should be coming to 3 to go this time by. All right, 3 laps to go in the stage here in Talladega. And we are single file, but Cameron Chandler not for long. Here he is to the inside of Brandon Pfeiffer. He needs as many points as possible. Will his team owner, co-owner, that is Cole Wilson, try to work with him, but the inside lane drops back down low to block him, and he may get freight trained here. Big push coming now for Brandon Pfeiffer. Cole Wilson gonna look to block that. First and second are both teammates, White and Hunsicker from Highline Motorsports, so I would assume they would stay in line. Ooh, that's an aggressive block by Cameron Chandler to get back in line in front of Haverla. Come on to 2 to go on the stage. This is going to be big for Matthew White if he can take the green white checker flag. Second is Hunsicker. Third, Ashton Miller. He needs points as well. Right now, they would easily take the points lead back away from Sean Rowe. I believe Matthew White would be your points leader. Finish like this. Stage points being awarded like this, Matthew White would be your points leader after this stage. If he wins it, of course. Coming on 1 to go this time by. Drivers still trying to make momentum happen on the bottom of the racetrack. There's Dylan Banks in the 48 car. He gets back in line. The 18 there, Brandon Pfeiffer. 1 lap to go in the stage here in Talladega. Will Matthew White be able to hold on? Hunsicker in second. More drivers trying to get back in the line, checking up here, back at a 1 and 2. There's Dylan Banks looking to go to the bottom, looking to... Oh, he's gonna, oh, he wrecks, and they win the wall is Cameron Chandler, and they're wrecking down the back straightaway. Cameron Chandler is destroyed. He'll save the race car. We stay green, but here goes Miller to the inside now on that 7 car, Matthew White. But that is huge for Cameron Chandler. Matthew White sideways, Miller, a big block in front of him. Green and white checkered flag is waving. Matthew White is there on Miller. Side by side, a big run back to the lead. Here they come. Through the trial, Hunsicker's going to try to win it. To the line they go. It's, I think, Matthew White. He got it. Hunsicker second. Lindsay's going to come home in third. The caution will come out to end the stage here in Talladega. Wow, and that is Cameron Chandler. I mean, a lap car, Dylan Banks, caused that one. Unfortunate. Cameron Chandler now with damage. Could have been worse, but still has damage on the 8 machine. Let's take a look how it happens. And a great finish for the stage as well. Matthew White, of course, scored as your stage winner. So Dylan Banks just drops, of course, a lap down, drops to the back of Connor Havrilla, gives him a terrible shove, and hooks him sideways into the door. Oh, nearly gets hooked himself by Cameron Chandler. Bryce Benton almost got involved in that as well. I also want to look at the stage finish. So Miller, all of a sudden, got a great jump down to the inside of the 7 of Matthew White. Was door to door with him back in a 3 and 4. Nearly had him, he did have him cleared. Matthew, though, with his teammate Braden Hunsicker, dropped to the outside, help from Pace and Lindsay. They barely got there yet again. Green and white checkered flag was waving. Here was Hunsicker to the inside, made that final move on his teammate, and Matthew White barely wins the stage. That is so close. Wow. Look at that stage finish. Unbelievable. By mere inches, that is. All right, anyways. Caution is out here in Talladega on lap 50. The stage break is here, but now Cameron Chandler with that damage. I believe Dylan Banks still, I think, should get the free pass, even though he was involved in that, but did bring out the yellow. So he should be okay. But Cameron Chandler, this is a huge story now. Braden Hunsicker's actually scored as your leader. I think he actually got it from Matthew White. The stage caution didn't come out.
The thing is, I think Matthew White did win the stage, but I think as the caution came out after the green crossbar finish line, Hunsicker was in the lead.
Oh yeah, that's probably what happened.
But we'll see pit stops here. If the guys pit last time, will they take tires or fuel only? Could they stay out? Because either way, you still have to make one pit stop.
Matthew White is now going to be your points leader after that stage in the chase. He takes it from Sean Rowe, who, of course, had damage. Now Cameron Chandler, he is damaged. No stage points at all for the 8 machine. That is not good at all. As we come to pit road, this is the halfway break pit stops. Here we go. I would expect everyone to take 4 fresh Goodyear tires, pack it as full as you can with Sunoco race fuel. You got one more stop still to come. Will it be under green or not? That's for us to find out. What? That's a quick stop by Lindsay. Okay. Bryce Benton gets off second. Third is going to be, I believe, Cheery. They took no tires. Fourth is Hunsicker, your leader entering the pits. And Matthew White, I don't think that's a good... Matthew White didn't get a great stop. He'll go off side by side with the 22 of Wilson. Eli, you have any idea what was going on there?
For what, pit stops?
Yeah.
I don't know, but maybe these guys, I'm surprised. I don't know if these guys pitted on the last caution to take tires, but if they did, it makes sense. But if they didn't, I don't know if they can make tires. I mean, obviously the tires will make it, but the handling of the car would be really bad unless they are out front.
Yeah, that's weird to me. Really is. All right, we're coming to the choose cone this time by. Right back in just about 20 seconds in Talladega.
We took left side tires, and then we took fuel that time. We're in top 5. Where you landed?
Like 15th. See, that's weird, Eli, because my left rear was 96, 95, 96. I don't know.
So your left rear's fine?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah, that was my lowest. That was my lowest tire, but like it wasn't nothing like you.
I guess when I slid, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, anyways, back here live in Talladega. We're going to have the shoes cone this time by Payson Lindsay as your leader. Okay. So, Cameron Chandler, again, all these guys still trying to get their damage repaired. There's now a cloud over Talladega. Here goes Lindsay. He's going to go to the outside. His teammate, Bryce Benson, follows him. Outside, no, inside Cheery. He'll take the bottom. Inside, that's the 77 Hunsicker. I mean, the field all jumbled up now. Here goes Cameron Chandler back on the racetrack, but he has damage now. Hit the wall pretty hard. Also coming off pit road, the 20 of Sean Rose still trying to repair his damage. Now that's 2 chase drivers involved in accidents. Just like that.
I mean, wrecking makes sense, but wrecking before stage 1 is something you really don't want. Maybe if you don't get, it's fine if you don't get the stage points, but not getting stage points and wrecking, that's you can't have that to have a chance unless you get a big one here in this final stage and takes out most of the rest of these championship guys.
All right. Anyways, we are ready for the restart. Going to be on lap 53. After the stage break, of course, in Talladega, we are ready for the second half of this race. Obviously a long race here in Talladega tonight, but we are well over halfway. Payson Lindsay, your winner last week in Chicagoland, will lead the field back to the green with that 29 of Richard Cheery on his inside. Top 3 took, I don't think, any tires at all. How is that going to work out? As we're going to go back to green here in Talladega. Back underway. That's a great restart for the outside. Cheery in the bottom. Didn't go whatsoever. That's it in. 99 of Lindsay are mostly clear. A bit of a checkup here. Look at this. 72 Maswell goes to the inside. Big checkup all around. Middle is now the 17 of Herklots. Cheery gonna have a run. Oh, he's almost in the wall. They're gonna block outside yet again. Staying in lineup to the top. Look at the 22 of Cole Wilson shoving that 12 car Wilkin. Big run to the inside lane, and they're gonna get to the lead. How about that? Trent Wilkin, but there goes Wilson. Trying to bail, but Wilkin blocks. Wilkin back to the inside. Wilson now leads the top. Door to door, 2 white cars down the front stretch. We've seen today tires do matter at Talladega. Here's Benton now getting split in the middle. He's had a bad race all the way around for the most part. Bryce Benton has not had a great chase so far. Looking at Cameron Chandler there. So Sean, same thing with Sean Rowe. They currently are still holding the draft for now, but they're maybe dropping back ever so slightly with that damage. There's the 29 of Cheery, drops outside with that 77 Hunsicker. Ashton Miller, Matthew White also there. Side by side for the lead, though, is Trenton Wilkin and Cole Wilson, but here comes that third lane. They block up top. Cheery's going to stay in line to shove Lindsay and Wilson. Wilkin now going to go to the outside to make a block. Wilkin actually going to get split in the middle now, and nobody's going to help. He will fall back through the field.
We'll say the bottom helps a lot when the guys are around the very top, because there is no side draft in the middle of the corner, so it hurts those guys up top, and those guys on the bottom, they're not side drafting the corner.
Cole Wilson, a nice shove from Lindsay, looking to go back to the lead. Clear on the bottom. On Connor Asbell, maybe not. Yo, man. Oh, Payson Lindsay just got in line barely with that 29 of Cheery, and now big shove again. They're really getting aggressive still early on in the second half. You're only coming to 40 to go this time by. That still is a while in Talladega, though. Here's Lindsay outside once again. In the middle is that 79 of Ashton Miller. Eli, when you can you maybe give us a bit of a fuel update?
For me, I paid in. I have 25.
All right, so of course, well short of the finish, about 20 or so laps short, or 15 or so. So they're obviously going to have to make a pit stop at some point. If we do get a caution, maybe in the next, maybe about like 15 to 20 laps, then they would pit and be able to make it to the ends. But if we have no more cautions throughout the rest of this race, or at least until, or at least in the next 25 or so laps, then I would expect green flag pit stops. And guys like Lindsey, Benson, and others that only took no tires, or at least 2 tires, what's their situation going to be? Of course, taking no tires whatsoever, not going to be a bit of a disadvantage, and also taking less fuel.
Yeah, I assume they will, because you still have to put a lot of fuel in the car. It's not like a little splash. So I assume most of these guys will probably take at least 2.
There's Landon Johnson. He leads the inside lane now. Winner in Darlington this season. Cole Wilson continues to lead this race. He's led a lot of laps so far tonight. He's had a very fast car leading the lines. And aggressive as well.
Oh, Ben got loose. Outside, big checkup.
And that's now, oh, Jerry Middle almost made contact with somebody. That was the 17 of Herklotz. They make their way back into 1 and 2.
New leader, 88, come on.
And look at Landon Johnson to the lead. He's had a great day. He's been in this lead group all night long. And he now leads in Talladega. Getting shoved from Christian Herklotz. Connor Haverhill on the inside. So is Eli Franklin. What an underdog bottom lane. How about that? And the outside all with of veterans and champions. That just shows what can happen at Talladega. Landon Johnson now leading.
Terry's got put at the top and he's falling back.
Yeah, he's just gonna almost give up the draft, it looks like, for a second.
Take a picture, boys. It's not going to happen very
Oh,
often.
he's going to block outside there with the 17 of Herklotz, and he's going to have to let him go back to the outside. Look at Cole Wilson, another run coming in the 22. Eli Franklin can now draft up to the bumper of the 88.
All right, Landon, all for 20 seconds of practicing together. Time to use it.
Nah.
And now in the middle goes that 22 Wilson. He is going to be side by side with Johnson. In the wall, that was, I think, Herklotz at the 17. Ashton Miller's behind him there, 3 wide, making their way back into 3 and 4. Landon Johnson still continues to lead this race, and our in-race reporter is trying to work together for the lead on the bottom.
In-race reporters 1 and 2.
Yeah, how about that?
Come
Big
on.
side draft. There's Cole Wilson again back to the outside. Help from that 77 Hunsicker. We are side by side for the lead in Talladega on lap 60. Wilson, a nice shove down the back straightaway, looking to get clear. He will get clear. Top 3 or 4 cars almost clear. There goes Haverhill to the bottom. He's going to get back.
Yeah, not a lot of help in the bottom. Zane's kind of really fall off behind us.
Ooh, there goes Matthew White bailing on Connor Haverhill. Hunsicker, his teammate, goes to pick him up. Cole Wilson there as well, been kind of working with these two. Oh, that's a block.
By Cole.
And there goes Haverhill to the inside. Connor Asbell follows the line at the top as well. Haverhill, not a lot of help on the bottom. Now Trenton Wilkin goes to the inside as well. Oh, there's Matthew White kind of getting checked up back there on the bottom of the racetrack. I mean, just getting so aggressive here in Talladega. But you see, I'm actually kind of shocked that 8 car of Cameron Chandler is still able to hold on to this draft. Sean Rowe, by the way, lost the draft. That's very unfortunate for him. Came in as your points leader. This is going to be detrimental. Currently still leading the championship, I think, would be Matthew White. Hunsicker would be close as well. Highline Motorsports having a great day in Talladega, but now they're kind of separated, as you can see. There goes Cherry looking to the middle, drops Brandon Pfeiffer. Hunsicker shoves Cole Wilson back into turns 1 and 2. Connor Asbell in the inside lane with Trenton Wilkin. catch a lap car. That's Kylan Wilson. Ooh, that's Hunsicker loose. Arrow loose from that 29 of Jerry. Got to be careful with that, as they will go to lap that 37,
Eli,
32.
careful.
Oh, Bryce Benson to the inside of Eli. Franklin nearly got turned. In the grass almost with Zane Romani got to the apron. He may lose the draft now.
I was there.
We're going to go lap here, the
Good boy.
32.
It's not going to end well.
Yeah,
Please get on the apron.
he's going to have a good shot to go on the apron down the back straight away. Oh my goodness, and the wall almost was cheery. They're really checking up now. They're side by side, really, really close with each other. Somehow they all make it. Very sketchy passing the lap traffic.
It's like Cameron lost the track now.
Wilkin now to the inside, drops that 72 of Asbell. They are 3 wide almost. Asbell still able to get back in line. Here goes Miller in the middle. Cheery on the outside lane.
3 wide.
Oh, they're nearly 4. They are 4 wide down the front straightaway. Look at Ashton Miller. Huge run back to the bumper of his teammate. Goes middle of 3. To the race lead. Matthew White giving him a shove. 3 by 3. Back at a 1 and 2.
Get ready, Eli. It's about to get crazy.
Yeah, it definitely
And
is.
there's
Fuel
another
just
block.
under 20.
What'd you say?
The fuel's just now under 20.
All right, so obviously still not able to make it to the end. We're coming to 31 to go this time by. Ashton Miller, though, back to the lead in Talladega. Matthew White is second on his bumper. Pace and Lindsay, winner last week, back to third. They are still 3 by 3, back into 3 and 4. Of course, Lindsay also won the Grand National race last night. Cameron Chandler is your winner of the truck race. Who's going to win the Cup Series? Oh, there's Miller. Sorry, that's Lindsay. A big block in front of Cole Wilson. They lift on the outside lane. Now separation here between the 7 and 79. They're going to drop outside. What will that 99 Lindsay do? He's going to stay in line. 3 wide still, though, further back. It is not ended whatsoever back there. Here's Cole Wilson looking to go to the middle. 77 Hunsicker. He's now going to be 3 wide middle. Back into turns 3 and 4. They'll
Yeah,
pull
these
up to the
guys
bumper,
are finding
avoid.
gaps and just taking it in and just moving people out to the very top and out of the way. They've moved Payson, they've moved Brandon, Pfeiffer, they've moved me before. They're just trying to find a gap in the middle and just make the guys fall to the back of the pack.
Going to 30 laps to go in Talladega. Of course, still a pit stop to come. With all this insane racing, I would be shocked if we don't get a yellow before the pit road is actually supposed to open. Here's Matthew White back on the bumper of Ashton Miller. Going to try to give him a nice shove down this front stretch yet again. Going to catch a lap car, I believe. That's Cole Clausen. I haven't said his name in a while. You have 2 cars on pit road. That's Wilson and Banks. They're just currently just sitting there. Might be done for the day. I'm not really sure. Here's Matthew White. No bit of a shove there back to the 79 of Ashton Miller. They're still 3 wide. There's Connor Asbell. He gets in line. Still 3 wide down the back straightaway, though. Landon Johnson leading the inside for now. Bryce Benton through the middle. Oh, their steering nearly got blocked to the inside by Connor Havrilla. Catch
Right, we gotta find our way back to the top.
Yep.
Cheery goes outside with no help. Car actually goes with him. I believe that is Benton. Bryce Benton has just not had a very good day. Johnson now gets in front of Franklin as you hear the radio communication between the two.
Now I gotta see what they do with this lap car. I assume they'll go to the bottom.
That's Clausen. There's Sean Rowe, of course. He is almost about to be falling a lap down, still working that damage. And he's in a worse situation than even Cameron Chandler is, who got that damage even sooner. Here is that 29 of Cherry to the outside of the 12 of Wilkin.
A couple of people go on the bottom.
Talladega. Ashton Miller is the leader. Matthew White second. Cole Wilson third. There is, of course, that 22. I'm sorry, that 12. A Wilkin on the inside lane. Side by side with Eli
I
Franklin.
think he stays in the draft. That's a lot of momentum he lost. I think he stays in the draft. Doesn't look good. I don't think he's going to stay in the draft.
I'm not. Yeah. I was
Close.
talking about Trent
It's
Wilkin.
just on the border right now. Yeah, it's right now on the border. If he's going to stay in draft, doesn't look like it. Looks like he probably lost it unless we get a check though.
Lap 70 underway in Talladega. Now it's starting to get a little bit dicey here. Once again, side by side, Connor Aswell. They're going to block outside there. Ashton Miller on Matthew White. So if a yellow came out right now, they should be able to pit, and they will all be able to make it to the end after that. But will that happen? Coming back to 25 laps to go. Matthew White in the wall. That's going to fall back, and now Bryce Benton completely sideways saves the car. My goodness, that was dicey. Benton still middle of 3 wide. They're going to catch the lap traffic of Sean Rowe. Going to put him a lap down now. Now it's going to be a battle between him and Cole Clausen for the free pass.
But one guy getting sideways, everybody running the top. Now everybody's everywhere. It looks like seems like everybody's trying to get back to the top here.
There goes Connor Asbell on the outside of his teammate Ashton Miller. Doesn't stay in line. There was no teamwork there. That 7 car, Matthew White.
I think we're getting close. We're getting close to these guys probably communicating, ready to get to the bottom, come down pit road. But I'll assume everybody pit. Still have 11 laps of field, but I think some guys might pit earlier.
Yeah, you see the 9 of Benson. He's going to still stay in line on the inside lane. Almost contact there. Connor Asbell side by side with the 9. I mean, best case scenario for these guys, they get single file coming to pit road. See, actually, Hunsicker going to go to the outside, though. Right, Benson goes up there with him. Doesn't look like they're getting ready to pit just yet. Big block up there for Ashton Miller. Hunsicker going to give him a shove. Got to be careful down the back straightaway. Hunsicker again, no help on the bottom lane. There's that 9 of Benson. Oh, that's a bit of a sketchy shove out of that 72 of Connor Asbell. Ashton Miller still controlling this race in Talladega. He would love to go to victory lane tonight. It would help out in his point situation so much. The point's going to be way jobbled up here. Bryce Benton in the top 5 for the first time all day long. His chase has not gone the plan. Can he finally turn it around late in Talladega? Oh, but now he gets pushed to the outside by Asbell, but has a run. Momentum coming down the backstretch. Here goes Bryce Benton.
Check up. Quick checkup.
Oh, because then we're both going to lose it.
That was nearly contact between Miller. And here comes the 29 of Cherry back to the inside, looking at a side draft. That's 72 of Connor Asbell. Door to door with him down the front stretch. Asbell all over the back number. That 9 gives him a nice shove. Coming down the front straightaway yet again.
Eli, if I was you, this back off, bro. It's gonna be hard to find somebody to go with.
Yeah, they're going to get single file now. So, Eli, are you expecting anyone down pit road soon?
I don't know. I might have to pit soon because I think I probably just lost the draft.
So yeah, it's going to be very crucial. This is a late in the race pit stop, coming only 21 to go this time by. You do not want to speed on this final pit stop of the day.
Yeah, but I think you'll definitely see a chance of guys picks. I think they'll go to the bottom in 3 and 4 right before they pit.
There's Cole Wilson on the wall a little bit back there in the 22, currently in 6th. Look at the second group back here. It's Trent Wilkins, Sean Rowe, 2 teammates from ETR. Then you, of course, have Cole Clausen with Pfeiffer. Cameron Chandler back here running way back in the draft with Zane Rahman. They need yellows. Bryce
Down
Benson.
about 7 laps per field.
Yeah, of course, you're getting very close now. Here goes Cole Wilson back to the inside with Miller.
There's a chance. I think
big
Buzz
block.
might pit here.
Oh, that's a big block by Asbel. They're going to leave Bryce Benson out to dry on the outside lane. They'll try to get hooked up with his teammate, Payson Lindsay. Connor Asbel back to the lead in Talladega. Coming to 20 laps to go this time by. Up the racetrack there was the 99 of Lindsay. Now they're back to single file, as you can see. So it's the top 4 that have a bit of a pull away here from the 29 of Cherry. So they're back lined up here single file. I would expect them down pit road at any time now. So you got Cole Wilson there in the middle, the 2 Showtime cars, Asbel and Miller. Hunsaker running in 4th. Matthew White back to 7th, his teammate. Well, you have about, what, like 10 cars in this lead group here? There's no caution, then this is going to be the race for the win.
Who knows if at least people on pit stops.
I mean, yeah, you don't want to speed. Of course, you need to get kind of back in line. Still a pit stop to come in the next few laps here in Talladega. When will it be?
And here goes one down pit road. Have Rilla.
He's going to be pitted by himself. That is not what you want to do. Example of what you can't do at Talladega to try to win the race.
Eli, when do you want to pit? Since we're by ourselves.
Whatever lap the lead is pit.
So you have 3 groups of 2 cars in this main group with about 9 now after Havrilla pits. Wilson shoving that 72 down the back straightaway. And they're single file in line. I would assume they would all probably come at the same time.
Yeah, I think next time. They're all in the, I think they're still all in the bottom. I can't see them, but I assume they're all in the bottom. So I assume probably this time, coming to this time by or next time by, they will. So we're at 4 laps of fuel. It's gonna be. I think it's kind of smart by them. The longer you go, the less fuel you have to put in.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can't see it.
Of course, leading the race, you do burn the most amount of fuel. That's Connor Asbel right now.
Yeah, everybody's communicating when everybody's coming in. Bryce asked, Connor asked. I assume it's gonna be soon.
Yeah, it's going to be basically, that's kind of the same thing as putting your hand out the window as they do in real life. You can press key on your keyboard and it says pitting in. And here they come. Everyone coming down pit road. Do not want to speed.
One more time. Go out one more time.
One more time?
Yeah, one more time.
Okay. Everyone nearly makes contact there. They all lock up the tires, but everyone on pit road, all your leaders, final time today. 16 laps to go now, this time by in Talladega. All your leaders going to come to pit road. Will we see tires? Maybe you can take 2 with the amount of fuel you need, but it's only going to be 16 to go, so it might not be a ton. Here they come. Cole Wilson lines up and goes off. We'll see how organized they can get. Here they come.
Make sure you have
the 77 Hunsicker. He'll be off pit road first. They're 3 wide for second. Who's going to get that spot in the middle is Payson Lindsay. I think he'll get it.
Make sure your tires are off, Eli.
Oh! That was
I'm just taking
Herklotz.
right side.
Herklotz now stuck on the inside lane.
I'll catch you up on entry. I'm good at entering pit road super speed race.
All right, so guys, you guys are coming this time by, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so that's they have this 4-car group right here. Here's Eli and Landon. They're not even linked up together. This 4-car group
I'll
get
catch 'em.
to pit. I think. And here goes Hunsicker. Be the leader once the cycle finishes. So they did an excellent job, all of them, executing on pit road for the most part. Actually, Connor Asbell, right? Oh, Bryce Benton. What did I say? Excellent job. Yeah, okay. Bryce Benton got dropped out of line here. He's outside the top 10. Matthew White is in this lead group still. You think you have 6 cars in this main pack. There's Johnson in the pits. He's going to roll off there with Wilkin. There's the 20 of Sean Rowe. He's coming. 71 of Clausen. They're nearly making contact down the pit road. They both missed their box. There's Eli. These guys are still probably hoping on a yellow to come out. It's still possible. But now only about 6 cars in this main group. 15 laps to go in Talladega. Ooh, Ashton Miller got loose all by himself on the inside. I mean, you see Herklotz here. Same thing with Asbell. It's so easy to lose the draft, and Bryce Benton, Connor Haverilla. So easy to lose the draft here at Talladega Super Speedway. So it's just like that. You're out of the draft, and probably your win chances are over unless we get a caution. Oh, that's blending Cameron Chandler. Actually, he's not blending, but he's slow. Back to the 1 and 2. They think they're going to put him a lap down now. Yes, they will. Now Miller, oh, to the inside. Oh, my goodness, really aggressive. There on Payson Lindsay. He gets there, though, side by side, and Lindsay is not very happy with him down the back straightaway. Was really aggressive there, my goodness. Lindsay gonna have to drop back into 6th. Braden Hunsicker, though, still leads this race. He's had a great car tonight. So is Miller, so is Cole Wilson. Matthew White has as well. I think those are kind of your best 4 drivers in the race so far. 13 laps to go in Talladega. Hunsicker looking for back-to-back wins here at Talladega Super Speedway. Now, look at your Chicagoland winner last week. That's Payson Lindsay. He's about to drop off the grid here. He's got a little bit of front-end damage, and he's about to lose the draft of Matthew White. That might only be 5 cars now in the lead group. Look at this senior Mon. He's all by himself. So is Cole Clausen. There's a 3-car group right here. I mean, most of the field right now, besides the top 5, are now praying for a caution. Nearly got it there. I mean, less and less cars up front. That's going to be less and less opportunities to make something happen. Will a caution come out? Or will we run this thing to the green, to the checkered flag? Under green.
Hopefully it's not like last night. We have steps.
Yeah. We were on our way to this sort of finish last night until the yellow came out for a bit of an interesting maneuver out of Michael Gregory. He's been suspended for the next few Grand National races. A couple of suspensions were handed out last night.
Yeah, Payson is not happy. With,
I would imagine so.
Yeah, I don't know how to type in chat. That makes that takes a different skill to type in.
Well, he's all by himself now. But he was... Oh, Hunsicker got loose. Here comes Ashton Miller. He's going to stay in line this time. Hunsicker got a bad shove. Continuing to click down the laps here at Talladega. Just 11 laps to go. These drivers have worked all race long to put themselves in this position. They do not want to blow it. but with so little amount of, like, such a little amount of cars here at the front, it's going to make for a very weird battle for the win. If we get a caution here, everyone gets back up together. And we're going to have about probably a 15, 16 lead cars on the lead lap for the battle for the win. Ten laps to go in Talladega. And I think this is a good time while we're single file, clicking down the laps here to go to crank it up for a couple of laps. Here in Talladega, listen to these Gen 4 X-Pipe race cars sing around Talladega Superspeedway.
Caution's out.
Oh! Wow, the yellow is out here in Talladega. What has happened? I'm gonna look real. Oh, it's somebody. Oh, it's the 50th Connor Havrilla goes around. On the back straightaway.
Connor Asbell said sorry, so maybe that second group that was just behind him pushed a little too much.
And that changes everything. Caution is out, 10 laps to go. Havrilla gets spun around down the back straightaway. And obviously it was contact, like you heard, with Connor Asbell. So here he is. They're catching the Nina Benton. Oh, and that's a horrible block by Pace and Lindsay, and then he kind of just gets cleaned out by Asbell. Let's ride along with Connor. I don't think he really meant to do that. Let's ride along with the Connor that wrecked Connor. Some Connor violence here.
You know, Payson's upset, so I guess he was trying to really block to hang on.
Yeah, that checked up the 50 and hit the wall, and then Asbell really nowhere to go after that. Around goes Havrilla. Spins into 50 car roll. That's the caution that a lot of people were hoping for. And not the yellow the top 5 wanted at all. They are now in trouble. They've got a lot of company.
And can we see the big one now? Because everyone's back together. I know it's not a 30-car field, but with, I don't know how much we have left. There's probably about 17 cars. Everybody's going to try to win. I expect 3 wide at some point. I expect everything. I don't expect anybody to come down, maybe guys in the back.
And that's Wilson pitting with Cheery. Well, that's kind of big.
That pass it, because you got to remember, those guys took only fuel only last time.
So they're gonna come to their boxes here. They're gonna take tires here, some of them at least. There goes the 17 of Hartklotz. He'll be off 8th. Free pass goes to Cameron Chandler. Shotaro doesn't. He's not able to take the wave around. Neither is anyone else because the leader did not pit. So it's 8 to go. I think we're gonna restart with 6 to go. So should be coming to the shoes this time.
And remember, we used, what, all 3 overtimes last night, or was it just 2?
We used 2.
I think it was 2 last night. So, will we use them today? And will these guys be short of field because maybe they just took enough to finish the race compared to overtime?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, we're not going to be overtime yet, and they're able to save field now under caution. So, should be very interesting.
How much are we on the lead lap? 15 cars, and Cameron's not really on the pace. I won't say winning pace, but now it helps him be back on the lead lap. If we get one more caution from Sean Rowe, that'll help him a lot too, because usually we get a couple cars wrecking. Like last night, Cole Wilson correct last night. We had a couple 4 or 5 positions. How close these points are in the top 6? That could be game changing.
So Clausen, I don't know why he's driving around the pace car, but okay. So we're coming to the choose this time. Outside goes Ashton Miller, inside Matthew White, outside Bryce Benton, and he is back. He's actually in the top 4 now after that, staying out on pit road. If some cars ahead of them pitted, there's Cameron Chandler rolling off. Cameron's done an okay job repairing the damage. Well, it'll be 6 laps to go in Talladega. Guys, what could we possibly expect? Who knows?
2 words.
A lot of.
Big one.
And we could see that. I think we see definitely a lot of pushing on this restart. I think once we get to 1 to go, teammates or not, it's everybody by himself.
Especially if you're a chase guy.
I mean, we've seen some big ones before in Cup Series Super Speedway races. First ever Cup Series Super Speedway race. First ever Cup Series points race with the Gen 4 car. Eli, we had a front row seat to that.
That was the colossal one.
Yeah.
I like that one. Yeah. That's when we had a 30 car pileup. P4 crossed the line after wrecking. I think it's just the top 2 that got through, I think.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I mean, we wouldn't get something quite that size tonight, but I mean, who knows what could happen?
Yeah, but we start here 6 to go, so all hands on deck here.
Yep.
There's no more round around. Everybody's been going for it.
I mean, they've been going for it all race long. This has been a fantastic Talladega race, I think, in my opinion so far. I have thoroughly enjoyed this.
Yeah, I think it would help out. I think it would help out more if we had a little bit more cars, just because of the drafting and all that. Because everybody can't really stay in the pack with only like 22 cars. We had like 35 like last night. I think it'd be a lot different. Also, probably a lot more yellows.
Pace car is back in though. 6 laps to go. Braden Hunsicker and Ashton Miller looking to control the restart. Top 4 all chase drivers. Then you have to go all the way back. You have to go back a while to Payson Lindsay for the next chase driver on down in 14th place. How about that? Back underway though. 6 to go in Talladega. Hunsicker on the inside lane. Ashton Miller up top. As they go side by side into 1 and 2. There's no more waiting. There's no more giving and taking. It's all take now. For the win in Talladega, teammates lined up in the inside lane. That is important for those 2. Hunsicker and White. Braden Hunsicker is probably on track to maybe a win tonight if he didn't get past there with that single file group. But his season 5 luck will continue. He gets the caution that he does not want. They block outside on Ashton Miller. Bryce Benton up there, 4th in line. Outside now all of a sudden. Has a ton of momentum. There's Cole Wilson trying to go even further up top.
I'm surprised everybody's going to the top.
I mean, it's being controlled by your teammates here, Hunsicker and White. 4 chase guys that do not want to lose points whatsoever. Laps to go in Talladega. Look at Ashton Miller. He's going to pull out a line and try to bail on the teammates. Will anyone go with him? So far, nobody. Oh, that's a bit of a bobble up there. Nobody goes with Miller. That's shocking. I could have never expected that. He's going to fall back. Big mistake there by Ashton Miller. Be the next driver to try to be daring enough to make it to the inside. Braden Hunsicker continues to lead. Matthew White 2nd. Bryce Benton 3rd. Wilson at Cheery, your top 5. On the bottom now is Zane Raban. I believe is a lap down with Ashton Miller. Miller trying to get back in line in front of Eli Franklin. There's that 29 of Rich Cherry to the inside, looking actually to the quarter panel of Cole Wilson. Terrible camera angle, iRacing, thank you. Coming only 3 to go this time by. There goes Connor Asbell. I mean, you got to go now if you're not in the top 5. You got to go right now. They got to start working together back here. And they will do that. Here goes Lindsay with Wilkin and Landon Johnson as well. Bottom is starting to get formed up here. Oh, not a great push. It's almost contact side by side with Havrilla, and again, Connor Havrilla door slammed that 72 of Asbell, and he's going to fall back. Brandon Pfeiffer tries to pick him up at the inside lane. Still not a lot of momentum being gained. Asbell goes back to the top. Coming to 2 to go this time by in Talladega. Gloves are off now. All bets are off in Talladega. 2 laps remaining. I mean, this group is all of a sudden have really like hit the wall a little bit. Mixed up everybody. The top 6 cars actually pulled back away. But there is more, less separation here in this second group. Will they be able to catch back up here? Just about a lap and a half to go. Teammates up front controlling the race. What will they be willing to do? Will we make it around to the white flag? Look at Bryce Benton. Top 3 all from the chase. Next chase driver down is Payson Lindsay in 8th place. It has been such a wild and fun night in Talladega so far tonight, and it is time to send them off. Coming to the white flag. We will make it. 1 lap to go in Talladega. Final lap underway. Huntsicker leads. White second his teammate. Final time back at a 1 and 2. What kind of momentum will Bryce Benton, maybe Cole Wilson, what can they do behind them? Teammates, we know they're going to stay linked up for as long as possible, but we saw at the stage them race side by side, probably planning to do maybe the same thing. Final time down the back straightaway. Where's Bryce Benton going to go? Where's Cole Wilson going to go? Matthew White there on the bottom. Final time in the 3 and 4. Oh, White's going to have a big run. He's going to block that 9 of Benton. Guys can't block enough. Here goes Bryce. Final time through the tri-oval. Benson in the inside lane doesn't have help. Here they come to the checkered flag. Braden Huntsicker leading. Checkered flag waving. He's going to do it. Braden Huntsicker back to Cup Series victory lane. He'll win in Talladega. Your defending series champion after nearly a season winless goes back-to-back at Talladega Superspeedway. Wow.
Yep,
1-2 finish for Highline Motorsports. And Matthew White did all he could to hold Bryce Benton back. I think they did just enough to kill the momentum in the inside lane. It allows the 77 to go to victory lane. This has been a long time coming this season for Braden Huntsicker. It took him 21 races this year for your defending series champion to go to victory lane, which is going to just get dumped by Payson Lindsay for some reason. Oh. And that car is completely clean. Not a scratch on that thing. Now it does have a scratch after he had contact there with a couple other people. There's his teammate, Matthew White. What a great day for Highline Motorsports. They haven't had one of these days in a long time. Not the greatest year for them compared to other prior years, but this time it's Braden Huntsicker finally back in Cup Series victory lane. Nearly full season winless streak. But tonight picks up career win number 11, ties Aiden Donahue. He is now tied for, actually ties Aiden Walker as well, tied for second all time now with that win. So we have now a 3-way tie for second place. All-time wins between Walker, Donahue, and Huntsicker, for all with 11 wins in their careers. And then, of course, Matthew White out there with 24. So nobody's going to really catch him anytime soon. But how about it for Braden Hunsicker? He led a lot of laps today. Finished second in the stage. An incredible points day for both him and Matthew White. They should be 1-2 in the points, I believe, after this. What a day for the 77. He will celebrate this victory. Hey, Landon, top 10.
Yeah. I think we could have got better, but second part of the pad got broke up and with like 2 to go.
Wow, what a race in Talladega. I mean, the finish was a little lackluster, I would admit, but there weren't a ton of cars up there if they all got away from each other, as you saw. But it is Braden Hunsicker going back to Cup Series victory lane. I can't even begin to explain how big that is for him. What a big confidence booster. What a great points day for Braden as well. I mean, it's been since October 2025 since he last won a Cup race. So, obviously won the championship since then, but didn't win the race at Homestead. So, it was dangerously close. This is the longest winless streak in his Cup Series career he just broke. I can get the official number real quick. Give me like 30 seconds. So the official number of winless streak for Braden Hunsicker. He last won at Dover. I think he has broken a 22 race winless streak. The longest of his Cup Series career. And post-race interviews coming straight up here from Talladega Superspeedway. First up, obviously, your winner, Braden Hunsicker. Braden Hunsicker, you have finally done it. You return to NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series victory lane with your 11th career win tonight at Talladega Superspeedway, going back-to-back here at Talladega. A 1-2 finish for Highline Motorsports. You also got finished 1-2 in the stage. What a day. You break a 22 race winless streak. You are finally back in Cup Series victory lane. How does it feel?
You know, I wasn't coming into this race with much hope, honestly. I thought I was gonna go winless all year. Can't even lie, but we showed good pace last night in the Grand National race. Got the pole there, showed a lot of speed, and then we came to this race. We got the pole again, back-to-back poles. How about that? Good teamwork all race. We got second in the stage with a close finish with Matthew. Got us 1-2 there. And then, we just executed on pit road, and we were able to pull away with Matthew. And then on the final lap, I mean, I don't know what happened there, but I was just given the win. So that's nice. 1-2 finish for Highline. So I'm just proud of everyone on this team. Good to finally break a winless streak that's been haunting me for a while. Coming at the same place I last won. And I love this track. I love me some super speedway racing. How about that? But shout out to all the fat people: Cameron Chandler, Richard Cheery, Cole J. Wilson, Ashton Miller. All of them.
Yeah, what a day though for you guys here at Talladega tonight. Unbelievable stuff. The win in Talladega, 1-2 finish for the team Highline Motorsports. But I mean, what a great points day as well. Finished second on the stage, nearly at max points. I think if I'm doing my math right, you should have the lead in the chase after this because it was so close coming in. How's your reaction to that? 4 races to go heading to North Wilkesboro next week.
Entering 5th in the standings at the start of the chase, I mean, that was just not really bringing me any confidence. Usually I'm in the top 3, but starting out this chase part of the season, I was 5th. So that was letting me down a little bit, but we've been able to stay consistent for most of the playoffs, rack up a lot of points, and hopefully we're gonna end out with the lead here going to the final week. So just gotta keep the consistency up, and just go for every win.
All right, and what are the post-race celebrations going to be like over at Highline Motorsports? Honestly, I feel like this has kind of been a rough year for you guys. This is your 4th win of the season. Matthew White only won 2. Last win was race 7. You had Cheery get a random win in Matthew White's car at Pocono. And now back to victory lane with a 1-2. Definitely a much-needed result for the team.
Yeah, this season's been pretty rough for Highline standards, last year we got like 11 wins or 12 wins in total for the team, and right now we're just sitting at 4 behind Team Chevy Motor Club. I mean, I guess they stole something from us last year because they are on a run right now. I think they locked up the team standings. So, congratulations to them. But, it's just great to get back in victory lane. I'm going to get drunk on the floor from some Red Bull. So that's going to be great. And, we're just going to keep celebrating this all the way to North Wilkesboro, where we're hopefully going to get it back to back.
All right, Braden. Well, great job here on your first win, breaking a 22 race winless streak. Second straight week, we have a long winless streak broken. I know Payson's was even longer. It was like 52 or something crazy like that.
It was crazy.
Yeah, but big congratulations on the win. Have fun celebrating. We'll see you next week in North Wilkesboro.
Yep, thank you.
Matthew White came home in second today. Cole Wilson finishes in third. Cole Wilson, a part-time start today. You had amazing speed, led a bunch of laps in this race, and ultimately will come home with a top 3 finish, just behind the 2 Heinlein cars. So you ultimately led 24 laps today, which I think was the most. Yes, it was. So 24 laps led, most laps led on the day. Coming into this race as a part-timer, obviously, full-time in Grand National. Much better race than Grand National went, for obvious reasons. But still finishing behind the Highline guys. Did you have anything left for them late in the race, or was just not really anything you could have done?
Man, just once the packs got separated, I think it was like 6 cars up front. Me and Cherry could not generate a run. I was trying to push Bryce. If Bryce would have went with 2 to go, I think, and I was going to go with him, I think we would have had a chance. But ultimately, it didn't work out. And then coming to the tribal, I just stayed high because that was where I was going to finish the best. Unfortunate that we couldn't win, but happy for Braden. He snapped his winless streak, and it was a long one. We played the strategy right, that's for sure. And happy to leave Dago with a little bit better finish than last night.
Obviously, going back to Grand National, sorry to bring this up again, a horrific result for you guys last night. Puts you now in a little bit of a points hole heading to North Wilkesboro next week. You guys have still been on a roll this season with speed in the second half, so you think that will continue next week? Maybe you could get a win and jump back into the championship contention?
We'll see. North Wilkesboro, it's not like one of my stronger tracks, I'd say, but I'll be quick enough, I think. Just gonna try to walk away with a top 5, and beat obviously Jacob and Christian. But then after that, Kern, Kansas, and Las Vegas, 3 good tracks for me. So just got to survive North Wilkesboro with a good finish, and then we'll look forward to the next 3 races.
All right, Cole. Well, great job here on your one of your Cup Series stars. Didn't even know you'd be racing tonight. And it's a 3rd place finish here tonight at Talladega Superspeedway. We'll see you next week from North Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
Thank you. Marconi Setup Shop, CWR, all of TCMC. Thank you.
Alrighty. 4th place was Bryce Benton. Well, Bryce Benton, it's your best result of the chase so far. You had a pretty terrible take going up until maybe about 30 laps ago. You finally got mixed up in the main group. You will finish in 4th. I thought we were going to make a great move to the bottom of the lane to maybe win the race, but nobody really had momentum behind you. Are you kind of disappointed how that thing finished out?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not that disappointed in it. I don't know. I'm just glad we were able to bring home a good finish, to be honest, considering how the chase has gone for us. We really needed it. Yeah, I mean, obviously I wanted to win, I don't know. I wanted to make moves, but I was also being kind of conservative at the same time because I didn't want to make a move and like nobody goes with and I just drop to the back and just have another bad finish. I don't want that. So I was kind of being conservative. I was kind of looking at sometimes just to see if like anyone would be willing to like go, but I don't know. I was pretty committed to the top either way. I don't know. At the end, I was hoping that I think if Braden were to stay low there through 3 and 4, I probably would have been able to have a chance, but he didn't. And yeah, I mean, it was worth a shot. I had to try something, if I wanted to get some more spots. But yeah, I don't know. It was overall pretty solid. It wasn't actually it was not good execution. Really, the whole race, we kind of got lucky with that last yellow. I had a horrendous green flag pit stop. That was terrible. I overshot the box and I couldn't put it in reverse, and it took me about probably like 5 seconds to get in reverse, and yeah, that was terrible. That was really frustrating. But yeah, and then there was obviously that one time where I lost the draft because I don't know, we just lost momentum because we were like 3 wide, and I think it was Cole that sent it 3 wide, and I don't know, it just kind of killed our momentum. But I don't know, it was overall. I'm glad we got a good result. It definitely could have been a much better executed race, but I don't know. It's all good, and yeah, P4 ain't too bad considering where how our chase has gone. So yeah.
Well, yeah, Bryce. Anyways, next week we head to North Wilkesboro. So I think let me check on your points that you gained tonight. I don't exactly have the chase points done right now. It's only it's 25. It's not. I think the most. It's the. Let's see here. Actually, it's the I think 6th most. Yeah, 6th most points of any driver. 4th most of any chase driver. So what's your confidence level heading into North Wilkesboro on that whole thing?
Yeah, I wish you could add a little bit better points today. But I think we're probably actually gonna fall down a little bit in the chase. But we're not gonna be too far behind. Just looking at the points, and just by guessing. But I don't know. I think North Wilkesboro could be good. I mean, I I struggle with short tracks in this car, but I am also North Wilkesboro is one of my honestly probably one of my best tracks. Actually, I don't know how it's gonna be in the Gen 4, but I actually really like North Wilkesboro. Is it gonna be new North Wilkesboro?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. But yeah, I do like North Wilkesboro. It's a good track for me. I just don't know how it ends Gen 4 because I mean I've struggled at really every other short track, but I'll also be doing the Grand National race to practice for the Cup race. Had that planned out for the season. Probably gonna run a lot of Grand National races though to the end of the season because why not at this point? But I don't know. Yeah, hopefully that Grand National race helps me get some practice for the Cup race. Hopefully we can have a good point stay at North Wilkesboro. We'll just have to see.
All right. Anyways, Bryce, look in your YouTube chat.
Hello.
We got
Big
the
Ethan Chum in the chat.
yep.
Tough.
There we go. I have mod for some reason. But anyways, Bryce,
Oh
nice
yeah, I
job.
think I gave you that like a few years ago. Yeah, I think I never like took it away. Forgot about that.
Anyways,
Probably
Bryce,
when like Heat 5 days, but anyways, yeah.
nice job on the top 5 finish. Pretty much well needed here for the chase. And we will see you next week in North Wilkesboro.
Yep.
Alrighty. Okay, up next, Cherry came up with the top 5. Richard Cherry, you guys will finish in the top 5 here at Talladega tonight. Obviously a wild race. You were turned around in front of the field. Can you tell me what happened there? Was it just netcode, or what was that? I mean, those are some very inspiring words. Man, Cherry, you're
Yeah,
getting me
I was
emotional.
texting.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I was texting. You wait. I just saw Braden. Like it was weird. Yeah, I just saw Braden like he stopped and I spun out and fortunately it was just 30 seconds, but I was pretty mad. So yeah, that's what happened.
all right, but a rally back to the top 5 here. Are you proud of that effort of course, coming back?
Let's refuse. After 22 years of gloom, it's about to go boom.
I'm not really proud. I want to say, is it like kind of a shout out and at the same time just a critic towards Matthew, Bryce, these people. I mean, I would go with them by my own convenience, and I guess you could blame me too, even though in the last stage when I went to the back, I was trying to make moves, helped by them, of course, but just I don't know, man. Doing teamwork with 5 to go is just I don't know. You might as well just go for your own, I guess. But yeah, after having the spin and everything, top 5, kind of good. I don't think I'm gonna race North Wilkesboro because I don't have the track and I'm not gonna bother to buy it. So, overall, the second stage was more enjoyable than the first stage.
Okay, Cheery. Anyways, have fun. I don't even know what I was about to say. Nice try, whoever did that. Anyways, oh, he's gone. All right. Well, that was funny.
It was.
All right. Well, Atlanta Johnson, we'll get to you in a minute. Anyways. Who finished up next? It was Herklotz next.
Were you Payson?
No, it was Herklotz finished 6th. Christian Herklotz, you guys will finish in 6th here at Talladega tonight. So ultimately a pretty solid day from the Talladega Superspeedway, and one of your Cup Series starts this season. Running that great Kyle Busch throwback tonight here at Talladega, one of the 3 that was running that exact same paint scheme. Ultimately, how do you think your day went? You were still the last driver in that main group up front in the finish.
Overall pretty good day. Just coming home with a P6. A little disappointed because I thought I had a really, really fast number. I think it was 17. I picked 95, but it pushed me in a different number. 17 Chevrolet. Just kind of disappointed that we didn't really make too many moves up there. It's really hard to make a move with this Gen 4 package, but otherwise, can't be disappointed with a top 10 finish and a clean car coming out of Talladega. Just got to thank my team, Questionable Motorsports, for giving me the opportunity to run Cup today. I thought we qualified good. I got to lead a couple of laps early in the race, so that was pretty awesome. And, just be up in the front pack for most of the race was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, you guys now exit, of course, going back to the Grand National Series side, you guys exit minus 18 to, of course, Jacob Clarino, your points leader currently. So 4 races to go. We head to North Wilkesboro next week. What is your plan now to gain points on Clarino over these next 4 weeks?
Like I said last night, really, we just got to have a really good next 4 races here, and just hope for the best. If we can slip a win in there, that'd be really, really cool, getting my first career win. But if not, then we just got to perform to the best of our ability there. We got some new tracks, and then we got Las Vegas, obviously the championship finale. So, just gonna start practicing for these next 4 races, and really just hoping for the best, and hopefully we can put on a show for toward the end of the season.
All right, Christian. Well, nice job ultimately on the top 10 finish here in the Cup Series. Pretty good day overall for you guys, and we will see you next week at North Wilkesboro. Payson Lindsay coming up next. You finished 7th. Payson, I know it was a pretty frustrating end to the race here at Talladega. You won Grand National last night. Thought you could have a chance here today in the Cup Series. We got dropped out of that main group 2 times there in that second, that last 20 or so laps. So take me through what happened that first time and then that second time, ultimately coming home in P7.
Yeah, you just had 4 or 5 of my alliance teammates just pulling away, not making moves. And anytime you try to make a move, you'd pull out a line. So I mean, every time you try to make a move, you just immediately lose the draft. So I mean, the package was just awful today. You couldn't really do anything, and then the second you tried to make something work, you just immediately lose the draft. And you had those 4 or 5 cars up front that would just sit single file, and every time you got up there, they'd just leave you out to drive. So I don't really know what we could have done different today, except just lead the entire thing. But even then, we'd still get left out. So I don't really know what we could have done.
Well, obviously, it's still. Let me check on this real quick. Still a pretty decent points day for you guys. You scored the 3rd most points out of any chase driver. So is that any sort of silver lining you can take from this Talladega race?
Yeah, I mean, considering it was definitely not a great race for us, I mean, it's not horrible, I guess. And as long as we're still not more than 20, 25 back, I'd stay we're still in contention coming to the next, what do we have, 4 or 5 races left?
Yeah, we have 4 after this.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we're still somewhat in contention, and we can see what we can do next week.
All right, Payson. Well, nice job. Still a top 10 here at Talladega. Nothing to be ashamed about. And we'll see you next week in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Up next, really quick.
Surprisingly, it's SafeFreeRate.com.
Yeah, I know. That's shocking. Connor Asbell, you guys will finish 9th here at Talladega Superspeedway. You had a great day going. Unfortunately, I think in that last restart you got jostled out of the pack and couldn't exactly race there for the victory, but still a very solid day for you guys here at Talladega. Give me your thoughts on this.
I honestly don't have much to say other than 5 cars leading couldn't really do much. So I mean, I try to spice things up as much as possible. You know, sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't, but yeah, other than that, it was a pretty good race. I had a lot of fun with it, trying to go for the lead most of the time and try to work with others that aren't teammates. Just a solo guy trying to spice things up.
Well, yeah, obviously a great run for you guys today. You're, of course, at this point part-time. So will we see you in any other upcoming races? We got North Wilkesboro, Kansas, New Hampshire, and Las Vegas still to come this season.
Probably not, no. I got a lot of busy stuff coming, so this was basically something I was like, oh, let's just race Talladega, see how it goes, and if I won it, I won it. If I didn't, you know, that's fine with me. But yeah, so this would be my last race. So.
All right, Connor. Well, of course, the league is obviously ceasing full-time operations after this season, but not operations at all. We'll be back in Daytona sometime soon, so we hope to see you there.
Yeah, just don't have the Gen 4, please.
We most likely won't.
All right, sweet. See ya.
All right. Anyways, coming up next, Atlanta Johnson, a top 10 finish here today at Talladega Superspeedway. Give me your thoughts on this day tonight for you guys.
It was an okay night. I mean, led some laps for once. Was in the front pack. Did a screw up on pit road. Lost the draft for one time, but that was only a couple laps to go on the stage, so it didn't really affect us. And then just restarted 5th or 6th, and then bottom line didn't go again. Had that happen on Tuesday in the trucks. Fell back to like 10th, and nobody could get anything going, so it's finished in 10th.
Well, yeah, obviously, you know, Eli Franklin, you asked him. Eli, you asked him the second question. We have an Ethan Trundler moment right there.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But I know landing top 10. I mean, you'll take it. But do you think was it a good package tonight? Honestly, in my opinion, I don't think it was because there's just cars broke away too easily, and once you're out of the draft, you're basically done. You couldn't really have any chance to catch up. What was your thoughts on the package tonight?
I thought the package was okay. Like, it wasn't the greatest, especially if you lost the pack. I mean, like, when I stayed in the pack most of the race, like, it was pretty fun when we were 2 wide, 3 wide. The single line freight train around the outside, that's not very fun. I don't like running super speedways like that. I don't like I don't like falling out of the draft with no cars. Just running by myself. That's not a whole lot of fun.
And last question before Ethan just takes over and does whatever. What'd you think on that final restart? In my opinion, I didn't like everybody going to the top with only 6 to go. I wasn't a big fan of that. But what was your opinion on that?
Yeah, since I was one of the ones that restarted on the inside, everybody just went around the outside. I mean, as soon as they saw Matthew and Braden go get clear, everybody just went to the top and it is freight train. I mean, you would think somebody would try to make a move. I mean, they're going for a championship. You'd think somebody would have some more urgency. Like Connor said, he tried to mix it up, but nobody can make moves. That's mostly with the car, though.
Yeah, Cole Clausen is here. Cole, are you here for an interview?
Yes, I am. I would like one if that's possible.
Yep, that's fine. All right. Anyways, Cole Clausen. I mean, really rough day for you guys. You'll finish in 16th. You were on your side, basically upside down at one time. That kind of seemed like it killed your race. What happened there early on that brought out our first caution? Ultimately, is that what kind of did it for you guys?
Yeah, well, I was just out here, doing it for Dale, being like Biff, and pushing it for Bush. And yeah, all of a sudden, I just got hooked by the terrorist himself, Kylan Wilson. And yeah, went along for a ride there in typical Cole Clausen fashion. I mean, hey, it wouldn't be a race if Cole Clausen doesn't have a significant crash. So that surprisingly only gave me 5 minutes of damage. I'm like, well, I can get like 2 minutes repaired every caution, so I thought I was gonna be chilling, but nope. Unfortunately, I got screwed over on every single restart, lost draft on every single restart, and finished a lap down in 16th or whatever it was. But yeah, I mean, seems like no one wanted to make any moves whatsoever. So yeah, this race sucked, but yeah, I just don't really have any motivation to do FedEx anymore after all that, because yeah, and then also Sean Rowe was just door slamming me on pit road under green flag pit stops and made me lose the draft of the little 4-car pack that we did have. So just a disastrous race. Probably I can't even remember the last time I've had a race worse than this. So yeah, I'm about mad at like 5 different people. Bryce Benton was mad at me for no reason. There's a lot of people mad at me for no reason, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just in the rowdy spirit. But yeah, we'll move on to North Wilkesboro next week in Grand National and go get after it.
Well, yeah. So you said you're going to be missing a race. I think you said it was Kansas, I believe.
Yep.
So unfortunately, knowing that and knowing your championship hopes are probably hanging on by just a thread. Are you even thinking about the title hope at this point in the Grand National, or are you just trying to go for some more wins, maybe get your second of the season?
I'm just trying to win every single race. We're always gonna be fighting hard, and I'm gonna be ruthless these last couple of races here. I'm not letting anyone by, and I'm standing my ground. And if anyone tries to mess with me, just know the consequences. I'm warning y'all now.
All right, Cole. Well, anyways, nice job. Still on finishing the race. I know it was you took a bit of a tumble, but we'll see you next week in North Wilkesboro.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Wait, did you want to stay? Sorry. Okay, he's down. I don't know. He came in here by himself, so.
He's already having a rough night, and you're do that to him.
Well, he came in by himself. I don't know. Anyway, Zainerman. Zainerman, unfortunate night for you guys. I'll finish a lap down in 18th place here today at Talladega. I mean, it was a great night in the trucks a couple of nights ago. Not the same tonight here in the Cup Series. You lost the draft a couple of times. Just really didn't have the speed it looked like in your race car. What ultimately was the problem?
Well, what was the problem? I would say everything. I mean, like I feel this one team just deserves a lot more better than what they've been suffering with for like the past few weeks now. And of course, like I mean, we were having like a decent run like early on, and then of course I get turned by last week's and like no, sorry, not last week. Tuesday's winner, Cameron Chandler, despite him being involved in the wreck. So I'm not all too thrilled about that. He didn't even bother giving me an apology for that. So, and just to add insult to injury, Connor Havarella just decided just like stay on my back bumper, despite me wanting to pit with Cam. And yeah, that just made me speed on pit road. So that was just like not good. Me and I was just whatsoever like how the day went today at all.
Well, anyways, we got the rest of the season still coming up. What race are you looking forward to most to finish out the year?
I would say probably Kansas.
All
Maybe
right.
Vegas. I don't know.
All right. Well, anyways, Zane, still nice job on the race tonight. Sorry it didn't really go the way you guys planned it to, but we will see you next week in North Wilkesboro.
Yeah. Thanks.
Well, that will do it tonight. What a race. I mean, it was definitely a long one. I feel like this race is kind of underrated for one of our longest of the season, even though we didn't have even a lot of yellows today. Guys, what are your thoughts?
Guess Lana got nothing like always, but overall tonight, I think the game was a good race. Just once everybody went to the top, it was hard to keep the draft. I don't think Daytona we had an issue. Um, But Talladega seemed like they had an issue. I don't know if it was a package thing or because Daytona's at night. I don't know what it was, but no one could stay at the draft, and I think that was kind of the reason. Once you make a move and no one goes with you, you're probably out of the pack and no draft. So I can see why people didn't want to make moves because of that. And if people could stay in the draft, I feel like we had a lot more moves and probably more battling for the win there near at the end. Maybe some more guys going out of line earlier.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Landon, anything to say on this one?
Nah.
Of course, as always. Well, that was one hell of a weekend here in Talladega. We started off on a Tuesday with the Truck Series. Cameron Chandler goes to victory lane there. The Grand National Series was absolutely wild. A 3-wide photo finish with Pace and Lindsay barely edging out everybody. And Braden Huntsiker wins this one pretty handily here at Talladega tonight in the Cup Series to break a 22 race winless streak. The second straight week a winless streak that's actually pretty large has been broken. Of course, Pace and Lindsay did it basically double of that last week in Chicagoland. Now it's Braden Huntsiker's turn. What kind of winless streak could we see be broken tomorrow? Not exactly sure who's on a winless streak right now. Anyone notable that is? I mean, I'm not really sure. I don't know. We'll just have to see how. Oh, Ashton Miller actually. Ashton Miller, watch out for a win next week in North Wilkesboro. Who knows? But that will be that. What a week in Talladega. We certainly enjoyed that one. So, on behalf of all commentators, drivers, officials, everyone involved making this league what it is, thank you for watching all the week in Talladega. Congratulations to Braden Huntsiker for breaking his long win streak here tonight from Talladega Superspeedway. We'll be back next week in North Wilkesboro, the Grand National Series on Wednesday, the Cup Series on Thursday, maybe, just maybe, Lobbies on Friday as well. So, that'll do it. Good night from Talladega Superspeedway. We will see you starting off in North Wilkesboro next Wednesday night for Grand National. And
that
cut.
package sucked.